Oh, I guess everything's all set up. What's going on, everybody? Let me hit record. All right, we're back. We're live here. Hello and welcome to Game Complainers, episode 600 and what?
55.
655. Wow, 655 episodes. That's crazy.
Nice. Wow, that's a lot.
And our 13th year doing this show and my 20th year on YouTube.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
That's a massive milestone. Yeah, how many other people can say they did that?
I don't know. You know, Anthony's almost behind me there. Because I think he started. You start what, Anthony, in 07? 08?
Yeah.
Mhm.
07.
07. Yeah, so you're right behind me. You're 19 years in.
Crazy.
All right, so we're here. We got a lot to talk about. There's a lot of stuff going on with Xbox. Again,
As usual.
we were going to talk about everything else, and then Xbox always has to throw their weight around. And here we go. So, Frank, what the hell is happening now? As of today, what's going on?
Okay, so Asha published an email. Everyone was joking. They're like, it was going to get leaked anyway, so they just put it out so we could read it. It's called Next 100 Days, the Xbox Reset. So this is what they sent out to the team at Xbox, basically. I'm going to just go over the highlights here. So there were 5 main points that she put in here. Number 1, she said... She talked about the franchises. They're the largest, most beloved globally. They're breaking records in TV and film with like Fallout and Halo and stuff. They're saying that they want to continue to use those franchises to their benefit. So keep making games for their tentpole franchises. Hopefully that means bringing stuff back, you know, like older stuff. Obviously we saw Spyro the other day. So we'll see what that brings. The second point, this is a huge one. I'm going to read this one fully. We will end this fiscal year at about a 3% accountability margin down year over year. Excluding ABK, over the past 5 years, we have spent over $20 billion on ongoing investments in our content, platform, and hardware subsidy. But our annual revenue has declined nearly $500 million during that time. Going forward, this cannot continue. So that's massive. They're losing an absolute ton of money currently with what they're doing.
Oh, so you mean Phil was quirky after all, huh?
He didn't know how to budget a checkbook, I guess, or balance a checkbook, because how is that possible that you're still losing $500 million? I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
They spent over $20 billion to lose $500 million. That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
So, she said also too in the beginning, or in the tweet or whatever, they can't. Obviously, doing the same thing they've been doing is not working, which is what we've all been saying. So I'm glad they're acknowledging that. But now she's breaking down why this is not working.
Mm-hmm.
The third point, we are in a hardware component crisis. She talks about the price going up. When she joined in February, the price of the storage was 2 times as high as they paid. Now it's up to 5 times as high that they pay. So 2 years ago, it was 5 times less to buy NVMe's and RAM for the consoles. She said, while the entire industry is facing a component crisis, we believe we have been impacted more greatly than many of our peers due to the choices we made over the last half decade. We are currently unable to make as many consoles as players want to buy, and we need a new business model and partnerships for hardware as we remain committed to Helix. What's odd about that is this console's widely available, at least in the States. I mean, it's in stock at every store.
Well, if you go to GameStop, I spoke to a GameStop employee on Saturday. Your GameStop, Frank, he said they have at least over 80 of them used in the back, Series X's.
Yeah.
And he's just saying nobody's buying them. However, that might be changing soon, but go ahead.
I really don't understand that at all, because like you actually said, Microsoft definitely has access to memory because they need it for their entire business.
I mean, they should. I mean, they're Microsoft. I mean, I'm sure they could call somebody who's got, what's the freaking company that Micron? They could call Micron and be like, "Hey, can you cut us some sort of a deal? We're Microsoft."
Yeah.
So maybe not. I don't know. Maybe Micron's telling them to screw off. I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
The board might not want them to spend this kind of money making them. So I don't know.
Right.
Like on top of it, they might just not be able to. But I really don't believe that there's the demand is outweighing the supply, because literally like everywhere it's available. Like, and Walmart even had them on sale for like $5.70. Aaron Greenberg tweeted that they had them on sale. Like, they're available. So I don't know. I don't know what this whole thing is about, but that's what they're claiming, is
Probably just
that,
not available for them to manufacture. I don't know.
yeah, I'm assuming that she's saying they can't put out the output that they were able to output before, and eventually I guess it'll catch up to them, but I don't know. The fourth point, we expanded our studio system when we needed a pipeline of content to meet multiple strategies. She said, in the process, we found ourselves overextended as we executed on changing strategies in a landscape of more readily available content. She said, we're the fortune stewards of industry defining franchises that have enormous potential and player demand, but we have not adequately funded them to compete and win. At the same time, we saw this past weekend at Showcase a reliable pipeline of first and third party exclusives and new IP are critical to our success. What have we been saying for the past 5 years? We need to reassess the balance between these and our investment priorities for the next 5 years. So that's what we've been saying. They have these huge bloated studios that aren't producing anything. They're trying to make new IP when they have legacy IP that's extremely popular still. And then they were trying to put everything everywhere, and it just doesn't work. And that's basically what she's saying. She's saying that, they need stuff fast and they can't get it done fast, which is what we've been saying for years. And it's just a waste of money. Um, so that's what they're saying. They need to reassess the balance
Mhm.
between the stuff. So meaning, like, do we cut some stuff to make other stuff faster? Do we cut down the studios to make them more streamlined? That's all important stuff that we've been saying that they need to look at. Um, so that was that. Let's see what else here. And then the final point, uh, current platform infrastructure is not built for the battle ahead. Our systems are overly complex, spanning hundreds of dependencies, which hinders our ability to move fast. We've become too reliant on vendors to operate our systems and must become more self reliant as an engineering culture to build for the future. We must increase the value we ship to players while decreasing the time it takes to do so. Going
Mhm.
forward, we'll evolve and rebuild our stack and look at the capabilities across all of Xbox and potential M&A to help us win hardware, PC, mobile, and streaming. So this has to do too with developers,
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
they're not able to easily develop for this thing. And what have we been saying? And everyone said they were just money headed. They don't want to develop for the Series S. No, it's difficult. And I brought this up years ago when Arc was being they put out a new patch for Arc and they couldn't get it through Microsoft's verification. So the patches were going live for PlayStation and Steam weeks earlier than they were on Xbox. Like, their whole verification program was like a disaster. Um, so that's definitely something they need to work on, which they're mentioning here, which I'm happy about. She says, for some of you, these realities will be surprising and even frustrating to discover. We won't succeed by hiding hard truths, nor will we succeed by doing the same thing and expecting different results. Like the
Mhm.
everyday wins mentality from the first 100 days, we will sprint to make progress against hardware, content, experience, and services together. Um, Xbox is one of the few places where people come to play and connect with others. With the console at the center of how our showcase experiences are defined, Windows as one of the largest game platforms in the world, and incredible games under our roof, we have the foundation in place. Let's reset for a stronger Xbox and build the number one gaming and entertainment company. So, I mean, they have it down on what they need to do. It's just now is the execution. That's why she said this next 100 days is going to be difficult.
Of course it will.
So
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be easy. I mean, we talk about it, we joke about it, but I mean, it's true. She's got to clean up Phil Spencer's cocky. The guy went cocky all over the bathroom, and it's I should pull that clip up of Bob Saget walking into the bathroom and Dumb and Dumberer, and there's just literal shit all over the place, and he starts freaking out and screaming. I mean, she's got to clean all that up. I mean, it's not going to be easy at all. And unfortunately, that's the card she was dealt when she got the job. I think she could get it done, but this will not be easy. There will be bumps in the road. There will be more mistakes. She said she did an interview and people were saying earlier, oh, she stepped on more rakes or whatever. And it's like, all right, well, I'm giving this lady a shot. Okay. Yeah. Because the other guy gave like 1,000 shots and the guy screwed every single one of them up. So
let's just put it this way. The rakes were already in the ground when she stepped on them. These weren't ones she threw down and then stepped on. Like a lot, like she is having to make up for a lot. She's learned. Okay, first of all, she's learned. She's a business lady. She comes from other successful stuff, but she's still learning this. She's still learning this platform, this this fan base, this company. She sounds like she's really intrigued and very excited to be there, right? And that's part of the thing is, it's not, sometimes when you come in with a fresh new view and new inspiration and stuff like that, that's the driving force behind it. But, I'm sure like this weekend too was a lot of encouragement from FanFest, seeing all of the people out there and hearing all of the great comments and people kind of supporting some of these decisions that they are making, as hard as they might seem or as odd as they might seem. Xbox has spent the last 5 years basically self-destructing its brand, and it's going to take a couple of years to resurrect it to a certain point. Will it ever get back to the glory days? I mean, I don't expect there's going to be huge changes, but there's definitely going to be some. And and Phil Spencer deserves he deserves credit where credit is due. Phil Spencer was a likable guy. People liked him. I'm sure he was liked around the studios and stuff, but sometimes that's the problem too, right? Like you become a little complacent, you become a little too likable, you become sort of a yes man. And I think at some point along the lines, I think Phil had good intentions, but I also think he just didn't really have the gumption to kind of go against what was coming down. I think a lot of talk was done in the boardrooms, and I think at some point, I think he checked out. I think he was just like, you know what, I'm getting a good paycheck. Like I said, I'm here until they basically get rid of me or they move me on to something else. And I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like looking at it all now, it seemed to make sense a couple of years ago, but now you look at it and everything that we're hearing, it's like, yeah, there was definitely a lot of stuff wrong at Microsoft. And Mike Ibarra, he put it out there. He said a lot of it starts at the top and filters down. There's a lot of stuff wrong with it in studios and the whole Halo fiasco. And it's, you see what the new Halo looks like. And that's a remake of the old game, and we're all sitting here going, man, like if Halo had looked like that at launch, and we'd probably be in a different scenario right now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So like what's that studio been doing? Like obviously they're learning from mistakes, but mistakes in the game industry take a long time and they're costly. And she's got a long road ahead, but it's like this was a start. And the next thing is hardware, and then obviously going through their studios and figuring out like who's pumping shit out, who's getting the job done, and who's just sitting there collecting paychecks. Because it's not just the internal studios at Microsoft; it's like all of the stuff that's under id Software and Bethesda. Like a lot of those guys have not been getting games out like they used to prior to being acquired. So you start to have to wonder what's going on. It's like as soon as you get different ownership, you just foot off the gas. Whatever, we're getting the paychecks now, the money's rolling, so these guys are comfortable in their jobs, and I think this newsletter just made everybody start to shiver in their boots that their jobs might not be safe if they're not pumping shit out, because 6 and 7 years on a game is not going to work, at least not if they're going to continue moving forward. Game Pass, it's just not going to work.
Yeah. And we're hearing rumors that it could be Arcane Studios that might get the boot, but we don't know yet. Obviously, we'll find out next month. what the hell's going to happen with
It's not
all
bad
that.
for anybody who gets the boot. Don't worry
Yeah.
about that. Like I'm not saying it's a good thing for anybody.
Yeah, no,
But,
we're just
you
hearing
know,
it could be arcane.
But if that's what it takes, to get stuff done, because Frank said before the show started, he said you look at a lot of the smaller studios, especially the stuff that's in Asia, that got half the talent, half the money, and not even half the amount of staff working there, and they're pumping games out.
Yep.
I mean, the video that's on your screen right now, for crying out loud, this is that studio, that Asobo. Asobo not only did Flight Simulator, right, for Microsoft, but they built those Plague's Tale Wrecking games. They're on their third or fourth game now. Plus, they did the Flight Simulator stuff.
Yep. And they're all fantastic games.
And this is pretty much since like 2020. So 6-7 years in, they've at least got four games out. How many first party studios under Microsoft can say that they've even hardly got 2 games out?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I know.
They only have Asobo only has 300 people. Microsoft Gaming employs 20,000 people. I mean, granted, that's over multiple studios, but still, like you would think, hey, can you get like 1,000 people?
And that game we just looked at looks fantastic. I'm gonna play that game.
Yeah, and it was made by under 300 or less people with like half the amount of money like that normal stuff costs.
See what I mean? Like point in fact, right? And they don't all have to be like, this is the thing. They don't all have to be these big, massive AAA $250 million bangers. I think a good game is a good game. And what you do is you build a good game, something with a solid background. You get people excited for it, and then your budget goes up, and you put a little more into it for the sequel, right?
Yeah.
Yep. It says Asobo Studios is valued at $70 million only. That's their whole value. How funny is that, though, right? Like they have that's like not even like it's nothing to Microsoft, and look what they're able to pump out.
But that's good. Hopefully they get a reprieve and they can continue making games for them.
Yeah. I mean, maybe Microsoft just needs to get like the Shift Up studio, and at least put a sexy girl in one of the games, and they'll sell a lot more copies. And they seem to be working pretty good for what do you call it, Stellar Blade.
Yeah.
Yep.
But Microsoft don't even want to put a sexy lead character in their games. They want everybody to look like you got hit by a freight truck and they're all flatter than the friggin' walls in your apartment.
Well, apparently that was a Phil Spencer mandate. So I don't know what's going on with this guy.
There you go again.
That game's still not coming
and
to
Anthony,
Xbox, by the way.
I don't know if Anthony, did you ever read the chat, Anthony?
Which one?
I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna put this on the screen right here, right now. Tim Dog tweeted this, I think today or yesterday.
Okay,
dude, he's been tweeting so much funny shit. I've been laughing. I can't keep up with it. All right,
putting everyone on blast.
Okay. Oh, he did today. This was today or yesterday. I can't remember. He's talking about Phil Spencer here. He lied all the time, it seemed. He was a goody two-shoe and was more concerned with Microsoft than the Xbox. He basically was a salesman. Who said that for the last 10 years? We did.
Salesman.
He basically was a salesman to Satya and played everyone for fools. His game taste was ever wild over mature games. He never played Resident Evil ever in his life, I believe. He used to tell me all the time, I don't play horror games. They are too scary.
No way.
I'm reading it. I screenshot it. Pope Phil was running a daycare school, it felt like. Tone deaf and clueless. So if we do Xbox on Monday, we need to ask him about that, because I think that's pretty funny.
Well, that was corroborated too, because remember he didn't want them cursing. Like
Tim Dog tweeted that today or yesterday that Phil didn't want Conker because Conker curses too much. And I put the laughing thing. I replied with the laughing thing. And I'm like, Jesus, you're depriving customers of content because you don't like it. Like, for real. Like, I don't know, man. Go work for a bookstore or something. Jesus Christ.
I think that's why I think ultimately this is like, I think a lot of the changes that
They're too scary.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell that is.
They made me wet myself. I could not play the games.
I don't know, man. Whatever.
It doesn't really make
That was
a lot
funny.
of sense. Yeah, it's just another example of them trying to course correct with a ship that was already sinking, and now we're trying to see how this like reset is going and how it's going to play out. And I think that while we're still very happy with everything the past few weeks and how it's unfolded, with what we were hearing, and then we thought at first it was going to be, we're going to get duped again, and then thankfully they kind of pulled the rug out for the PlayStation 5 version of Gears, which we know now, because they accidentally put it in their video like schmucks, but that's a whole different thing. We knew it anyway, but it's like, come on, guys, nobody caught that. But I think that because I watched her interview as well, and it just seems like she's just trying to get things straight, and I think that at least now we have somewhat of a roadmap of how to start. And she keeps reassuring people that like, look, like all these changes that are going to significantly keep us in the competition are still like they're still down the road. Like it's not like it's going to be overnight, and it is going to take time. Like while the core fans like us are happy and satisfied, the general public and the casuals that don't really get into this stuff like we do every week, talking about this stuff every week, they have to now know about Xbox and know that they're really trying to stick with the machines, get away from the old campaigns, stuff like that. They got to punch that into people's heads. So that's going to be hard. I think that's the biggest thing, is just like sticking to the promises, not just making, building up, like what Noof was saying too, like when we did the stream at the shop, you really do have to build from here with those exclusives and stuff. So I don't know. I just think that this is like, it's exciting. Obviously there's still a lot of things that people probably want to see right now, but we still have to be patient. I know it's exciting. I know it's like, some of the fans are very anxious to see the next thing, and to make sure that something like Gears delivers, and and obviously I think all of us want that to happen, being such big Gears and Xbox fans. But yeah, I don't know. I just think that this is a situation that thankfully happened when it did. But yeah, there's still a long way to go, and it's not just like, all right, yeah, now we're good. It's like, no, you have to keep this momentum, and you have to keep the fans happy, and at least with transparency. She's been trying to do that. And like I said, I know that she mentioned this summer they're going to do, different stuff with Game Pass, different tiers probably, or options for pricing. That seems to be the case. So I think that's pretty cool for giving other people an option. But yeah, I guess we'll have to see. I really do think a price cut needs to happen, though. And I know things are expensive, and I know, like, for them to manufacture, like, I know the price of all this stuff is going up, and they give that excuse. But even if it's $50, you got to do something and slash that price this summer.
I have a
That's
feeling
what I
they're
would
just
do
going to
before Gears.
bundle. They're going to do bundles.
Yeah.
Keep it the price it is and just do bundles.
Yeah. I mean, that works too. I know right now it might not seem that way, and maybe they'll wait. Maybe they'll wait until, fall time or holiday time to do anything besides a bundle. But if not, if that's where we're at, that's where we're at. I think there's people that if they're just kind of waiting and seeing what's happening, they might pick up the, collector's console, or they might just, see if there's anything into the new year that drops the price. But competitive pricing in the future ultimately is what's going to be the choosing factor on why people are going to pick something like a Helix when that hits the shelves versus like a PS6.
Well, it's funny you mentioned the Helix,
yeah,
because our buddy Tim Dog also tweeted yesterday, Helix is dead, and it would have been $2,000, he found out.
Oh my God.
So apparently,
not with the cost of tech right now.
right. So apparently, The Helix is now scrapped, according to him, and he's been tweeting that all day yesterday and a little bit today. He says that the Helix was scrapped, and he did tweet that exactly what we've been saying. The Helix was their exit strategy from hardware. So
Yeah,
that was going to be the console to get you out into PC. And it's what we all said, and no one believed us. Everyone thought we were fucking crazy. We're all ponies, we're all haters and everything. But we saw this a mile away. So yeah, he's saying that what they're going to do is he believes that they're going to revamp. They're going to redesign the current Series X and keep that on the market for another 4 to 5 years. And while they're doing that, they're going to develop a traditional Xbox console for the next generation instead of the Helix. Now, a lot of people will say, well, Asha put in her statement today that they're still working on Helix. Tim is saying that they're just saying that, but you have to read between the lines, basically.
Yeah.
So
she even said yesterday in an interview, I have the quote here, mass audiences will not spend thousands of dollars on a new console generation. So they know that
they already know.
Buy it. Right.
So and you know what?
Are they going to put it under a different project name, or are they going to keep Helix? Because
I would just scrap everything. Stop talking about it and
because now
figure out what you're doing,
Helix.
develop it, and I wouldn't even give the next one a project name. Just when it's ready, reveal it at the Game Awards, and that's it. Or wherever they're going to reveal it.
I definitely agree. I think with the reset, you should probably just fucking actually hit that reset button fully.
Oh, they're saying they're doing it. They're hitting the reset button hard, and there will be tough decisions, tough choices, and all that. Good. That's what we want as fans. We want them to hit the reset button hard.
And we said that when we were doing the show on Sunday, we said they pretty much reset everything, and then now they're actually using that term. So that's kind of what it felt like, but for good reason. You know, I know there's still a lot that comes with it. Like I said, I know it's not all going to be overnight, but I'm happy that there's some reassurance.
Yeah.
At least for now.
Well, we'll see. Seamus says, so the current Series X will be outdated for quite a while. So apparently, from what Tim is saying, they might delay the next generation of consoles altogether till 2030. Again, that's what he believes, so I don't know.
No.
Yeah, that sucks for us. But you know what? Let's face it. We're not in the worst position that we were with the previous consoles.
Yeah.
The previous consoles had good games, but it ran like shit. We don't have any games for any of these machines, and they run pretty decently. Except for the Series S. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, the generations got off to a slow start. A lot of the stuff was multi-plat or cross-platform, even with the Xbox One and PS4. I mean, COVID slowed everything down. I mean, if you look at it now, we're really starting to see the fruits of the labor. Like the games right now, the stuff that we've seen this year, like they're on another level. Like it's just they're amazing. Like we saw so many games from a lot of studios, not just the big guys, but like even the smaller devs are pumping out stuff that looks like, you know, fantastic, you know, compared to what I did 5 or 6 years ago. These games are really stretching the envelopes of photorealism and animation and storytelling and just crazy. It's just wild just watching it all, man. So yeah, it sucks, you know, you're going to be a few extra years out, but honestly, with so many great games coming, and we're not in the worst predicament in the world, because again, like the average consumer, it's not getting ready to pony up $1,000 for a console. That's kind of the whole point of consoles to begin with. It's to sort of get, you know, semi PC quality, but at a much lower price. So once you start getting up into high end PC money, it becomes redundant. It basically, well, what's the real point?
Yeah. No, I
Who
get
are you
you.
going to sell this to, right? I mean, that'd be like telling people to go watch a movie at the movie theater, but basically saying, yeah, well, movie tickets now are just going to be $50. So your families might as well stay home and stream everything on Netflix, because we just can't afford to let you come watch a movie at the theater anymore. You know, that's kind of where we're at.
Yeah. Now, you know what? I think we're in a good spot with the machines, and this year alone, you know, I hate to be that guy, but there's a lot of fucking games coming out this year that are pretty good. You know, we hear every year, well, there's so much games. and you know, some of them are, a handful of them are good, and a lot of them are just dog shit. We have a lot of really good games that have come out already this year and that are still coming out this year, confirmed. So 2026 is like the year of the games, of the good games. I'll say that, man. I mean, Resident
Dude,
Evil.
I got an easy 10 on my list that I want to buy. Like, these are not maybes. Like, I got at least 10 that I'm like, man, I need to buy that.
Right. And I've already bought several games this year. You know, Resident Evil 9 is my game of the year so far, but that might get knocked off by 007. I don't know. I mean, there's so many good fucking games that are coming out this year, top quality. We haven't had a year like this in a long time. So I at least if they
Especially
can kind
with all
of
the
keep
shit on the back end, right? Like, holy crap.
yeah,
so
and
much
if they
stuff.
could keep something like this year going, you know, until like 2030 to get us
Won't
through
feel
this
like that
generation,
long.
great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We'll be all right. But if it's going to be like 2022, 2023, it's going to be like, what are we doing? Like, this shit sucks. So I hope that GTA keeps it going for quite a while as well. That's going to definitely have a stranglehold on the rest of the gen. So yeah, we might be in a good spot. I don't know. Usually I don't like long gens because it's just a pain in the ass, but we have no choice at this point because of the pricing of everything. You know, everything's gone crazy. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you said though, there's enough coming out that I think we're gonna be okay for a little bit. As long as they keep the momentum going and keep pumping stuff out quickly, I think
Yeah.
we're gonna be all right.
Well, the
Yeah.
problem is, you know, like back with the other gen was just where we were. Like Perry said, like obviously we were kind of struggling with the performance for a while, and then the games kind of took a dip towards like just before, you know, the build up to the new consoles, and then you know, it was just it just was a wonky start all around for any console really. The only one that actually had a fun time dunking on everybody was Nintendo. They said, "All right, we'll come out with the Switch 2 later, you sons of bitches," and then they came out and they just fucking stomped everybody out with like a
Well, that's
rollout
what's
of a
good with the
gen. I mean,
Switch because that came out a year ago, a couple of days ago. It was actually a 1 year anniversary. You have at least, you know, 4 more years to play with the Switch 2. At least. So I mean, anybody that has all the consoles were extended at least with that. You know what I mean? In case Microsoft and Xbox, Microsoft and Sony fail with getting some decent games out next year or the year after, you know, Nintendo's going to hold the fort down a little bit. So
yeah.
That's going to be good. And Nintendo, let me tell you something. From day one, from the Switch 2, they've been banging out games, man. It's like they had a playbook and they've been following that playbook, and it's working.
Yeah,
Every single month, man.
Every month. And like I said, this gen was already so grim up until when they actually put out their machine, because we were just getting, you know, we were kind of betrayed the last couple of years by Microsoft. Obviously, they're turning things around, but we felt kind of lost. And then, you know, Sony was just kind of whatever, was just kind of floating with their sales. And then like Nintendo came out and actually gave us some like fun and memorable experiences when, you know, things kind of seemed like just kind of stagnant a little bit. So, but you know, again, it's just every single gen, it seems like there's something different that comes along and changes things, or you know, things that weren't originally as like, you know, up in the air end up becoming up in the air. And so I don't think any of us could have predicted this in 2019, even like before we hit 20, even the beginning of 2020, when we knew these consoles were showing up by the end of the year. So like you said, if we get some entertaining games and shit actually is good, and we have, you know, some really good competition towards the back end of this gen, it will make up for the rocky start.
Yeah, I think so. And thankfully, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
It would
better
suck to
than
go
just
the
leaving it
entire
dead in the
gen and
water.
just have, you know, a couple of games, and then we're like, what happened? You know?
We're like, we spent our money on that, and that's why you were obviously, you and everyone else obviously in this panel and people watching, it's like, what did I spend, you know, the money on this console for? And now that money can still be justified this last half of the gen, even if it's
You know, it's funny.
better late than never.
Look what Back from the Dead says. He's saying that Devil May Cry 5 is coming years late. Final Fantasy 7 on Xbox. And there's a bunch of phone games. Indie Pass on Game Pass. I'm just saying, Back. It's the same thing. Same thing as Xbox, baby.
Yeah, it's just more of a
Hockey fan, what's up?
what's up, guys?
Dreadpool, what's up?
You know, it's just the fact of how, again, some of these things get, you know, they need to be more, like you said, like we can't be having this like Marvel, Capcom, or whatever it is, collection bullshit, fighting collection, just
Right.
not show up on Xbox. Like that stuff has to stop. There needs to be there's no reason why that wasn't even a thing at first, and there's no reason why things should be skipped. There's no reason why things
There
should
are
be
games
skipped
this year that
physically.
is still skipping Xbox. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like the physical thing still pisses me off too. But that's a whole nother conversation. We don't have to get into that. But yeah, I mean, like I know that that's the way things are, but like, holy shit, dude! If fucking Sony and Nintendo are still printing physical shit, you gotta put physical shit out in the stores on Xbox for your games. Like you just have to. I know Gears is getting physical, but this goes beyond Gears. Uh, just give people an option for it. I know that it's not all on the disc. I get it, but you gotta fucking just do what the other people are doing. That's just like selling crazy. Because Sony and Nintendo still sell physical copies, so somebody's still fucking buying it. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just fucking, talking to a wall with
No,
some of
they
these
need to get
companies, but-
physical back in the stores because they need to show presence. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
exactly.
and if they're scrapping Helix for what it was, who's to say that they won't? They're going to put a new console together. Okay, who's to say they won't not include a disk drive? They might say, you know what, we will include the disk drive, get our shit back in the stores, and you know what I mean. Like you have to have presence in the stores.
Yeah.
I think if nothing else, if they go with a digital, they kind of do what Sony did with the PS5, and then they have that digital version where you can buy the disc drive, because at least allows people to salvage some of their bigger, their libraries and stuff like that. I think it would be kind of dumb just to phase it out completely, but it also would help them reduce costs, and people will just, they'll buy one up if that's important enough to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing too, like, because as much as I didn't want to have to like, oh, I don't want to get my disc drive, like have to buy it separately. When I got the Pro, you didn't have a choice, and it's like I watch my DVDs and Blu-rays and 4Ks all on my PlayStation, so I needed one. It's like one of those things where it's like, man, I already have all these discs, like I'm just gonna invest in the disc drive. As much as I don't like spending a price on it on top of a Sony price of all things, I had to do it because it's like, what am I gonna do? So I had to do it, but it's just because, and like you said, like they're probably going to try to honor the backwards compatible as much as possible, and hopefully they do. And I think a separate disk drive will be on whatever this next project is called, this next console. But yeah, it just has to happen in a way where, again, it's not going to hurt the whole storefront thing. They can just make it work, and just click a reset on whatever the hell that was supposed to be, and get Helix out of people's heads.
Yeah.
Get that name, that whatever the project name, just get that out of people's heads, because that's
maybe they'll go back
this
to
point-
Magnus.
Yeah, Magnus. at this point, I like Magnus more than Helix. But yeah, no, this was just yeah.
You know what they should
just need to
call
kinda
it?
get rid of that.
Project SOS, because they gotta say this
Yeah.
shit.
Well, man, it can still be Project Helix, but we don't really know exactly what Helix is supposed to be. It's not like we've got any confirmed details other than they're expected to be a sort of a high-end PC console hybrid cross kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that completely change. You can still keep the name because it's only a code name, but that console
That's
could
true.
look drastically
Right.
different.
Like it's still the internal name.
I
It's
would
not the official.
I
name.
would just scrap the name for one reason, Noof. When you hear
And
hear Helix, you think of Phil Spencer, Sarah Bond. This is Asha's fucking
Yeah.
time. This is her machine. Let's call it whatever she wants to call it. You know what I mean? But all right, go ahead.
Project Hemorrhoid, we're gonna be a pain in your ass.
Basically.
They should call it code name fuck Sony, because we're gonna fuck over Sony when this shit comes out.
If it's going to take an extra couple of years to come out, though, like obviously things are going to get delayed, I would entirely try to come up with, like you said, a slimline version of the Series X, maybe with using obviously refined and maybe potentially cheaper components to try to get some of the costs down a little bit, and then try to get them out.
That's what we're hearing.
Make it new and attractive and feel new and feel fresh. And they don't really have to pump any specs, but just make it look a little bit, maybe a little cooler, a
Brooklyn
little
Part 2.
smaller.
Yeah.
Right. And get people excited about it. Stop developing the Series S at this point. Just let that one fucking die. Get people
I
on
would
the
get rid of it.
bandwagon for the X, because you're just pumping money into components that it could be just better spent on the X.
Yeah.
And Perry, I think you said it. Like, give people a trade-in program. If you have a Series S, you want to trade it in or something like that, you get extra money for it, or whatever be the case, or something along that lines. You know what I mean? That's where they need to go. Make it cool, make it fresh, and most importantly, make it a little less expensive, and then really kick Sony's ass in the next couple holiday seasons. Like coming in with a good, competent console with these great games now. And I think that's the way to go. And having Game Pass is just icing on the cake. They already cut back the money. As long as they don't do any more price increases for a while, I think they'll be in okay hands here.
Here's what I would do. You do the buyback program for the Series S, okay? Get the S's off the street. Do what you have to. Partner with GameStop. Tell GameStop, listen, motherfuckers, we'll do something for you guys. Just get these S's off the street. Offer $300 store credit. Just get them off the street. Send them back to us. Recycle the fucking Series S. Get the RAM out of there. I know they're soldered to the fucking boards. I get it. Recycle those machines. With the recycling of those, make Series X's. Do what you got to do. Get it done. They can get it done. I mean, I know it's going to be a lot of work and a lot of crazy stuff, but some companies actually do that. Like the phone companies, Apple, they take your old phones, they recycle the fucking parts to make new phones with the same parts. So why don't we just do that? What are we doing here? The S was it was good on paper, horribly executed by Corky himself, Phil Spencer. Did he shit the sink? I don't know.
He did.
Anyway, that's an inside joke. Just I'll explain it to you later, Noof. It's kind of funny. Anyway, just get them off the streets. Just get them off the streets. Offer.
Get them homeless bastards off the streets.
Offer $150 Microsoft credit, not cash, but just Microsoft credit towards the purchase of a Series X. Something. Just get them off the fucking streets. These things don't belong in the public anymore. They're terrible. Oh, well, it'll be the cheapest way to play GTA. Yeah, at fucking 10 frames a second. I might as well play GTA on my fucking calculator at that point. You know what I mean? Like, somebody's going to port it to fucking Dreamcast. It'll run better than the Series S. I mean, come on. Anyway, just get the Series S off the street. Do a buyback. Get it off the street. Recycle the fucking parts. Do what you have to do. That's all I would suggest, okay? They have people that think millions of dollars. People make millions of dollars over at Microsoft to sit there and just fart around all day. I'm actually telling you what you should be doing. Recycle the fucking parts. Let's do it. Anyway, get them off the street. Get Series X's. I think even Tim said that he believes they're going to redesign the X and possibly put a new controller in there, which is fine either way. They redesign it. I'll pick one up. But what we're looking at on the screen here is the 25th anniversary Xbox Series X, the translucent green. And I will be picking one of these up. I have all this GameStop credit right here. These cards over here. I think there's only 2 left. There might be one more left. There's like almost $2,000 left on these cards in store credit. I'm definitely picking one of these up. Hopefully GameStop carries it. But I'm doubling down. I'm going to pick one up. After I sold 5 of them, I'm going to pick this one up. What do you guys think really quick?
Sold them.
Well, good thing I sold them and then they're coming back. So it's like I kind of regret selling one of them at least, but
no, but I mean now you could justify buying this one and not be like, oh.
Yeah, but I sold them because I was done. Imagine if I sold all of them. Holy fuck, I would have been pissed. That's why I was like, wait a minute, let me just get rid of a few of them I don't need right now. But yeah, so go ahead. Anybody else getting this thing? I know Anthony said no, but that was like 5 days ago.
I'm hoping to, like, I really want to, but everything is, it's obviously physicalities, or I got to see how the finances are. I really want one. Obviously, they're going to be like close to $900 here, I think, in Canada. Because what are they like? Did you say what the price is?
Oh, so you won't pay 900 for the Helix, but you'll pay 900 for the. No, I'm kidding.
It's only 1 terabyte, so it might not be much more than the standard system.
Yeah, but you see how much RAM is up. I mean,
Yeah.
SSDs are fucking through the roof.
Series X goes for $749 here in Canada right now. So yeah, so we'll see. Like if it's still around close to around the same price as the current Series X, I'll consider one. If nothing else, I'm definitely going to pick up a controller.
Yeah.
As long as they're not sold out. So I want to get something. I want to get one of the two. I'm not going to sit here and cry over it if I don't get one. It's not like the end of the world, but I really want to get that, because I also want to get that Tomb Raider collector's edition too, which I haven't seen a pre-order thing come up for that yet, but I really want that, and that comes out in February.
Right.
So
Yeah.
So we'll see. There's so much stuff to buy right now, man. Like it's like the money ain't growing on trees.
God. Yeah, and fall time, like we said, is just stacked with so many games. And yeah, I mean, initially when I saw the console, like obviously I was excited to see a limited console. Some people might watch back the stream and just be like, oh, why was Ant dogging on it? But I think the way I was just saying is just like, dude, I got to justify spending maybe close to $750 for hardware that's going to be the exact same. As much as it looks nice,
Yeah,
I have to basically get rid of my machine and hope and pray that I can get enough money for my machine that I currently have and trade it in, and then also come up with the extra funds and also be able to find it through the scalper price of everyone just like, jumping on this thing, because everyone will, because it's the first console like this in this gen for its limited, design. It's just gonna be a pain in the ass, man. And like, I really don't want more headaches than like I already have, and I'd rather just get the controller and just call it a night. But if I, if I got lucky and GameStop's like, oh, we have so much, and then if you trade in your current one, we'll take maybe, but even that, I still got to put up extra dough. So it's just like, I think I'm just fine with it. Looks fucking awesome. That is an awesome idea. It's a great time to do it. It's 25th anniversary. I love it. I'm so happy for fans that are gonna get it. But it's going to be just really hard to justify the expenses for me. And like what Noof was saying, by the time this thing hits the shelves, there's already going to be so much shit coming out. It's easy to say, yeah, I'll just get, I mean, like, again, anyone can afford what they can afford. You do what you do with the money. That's fine. Anyone out there listening, but I can't justify it. But that is a pretty cool looking console. And yes, I will definitely.
Well, if they put Ada Wong naked on it, you'd buy it.
Yeah, no, I would just get the console plate for it or something. But no, I do think it's really cool, and it's a really great idea. Now's the time to do one, right? It's better than nothing.
Big fuck you to Amazon, because look, this came last week. This Forza controller, and I ordered the headset. And I was going through my Amazon account, because I was returning stuff from this past weekend that I didn't open. Bro, they never fucking shipped my headset. My Forza headset. It said, when I clicked on the thing, it said order received. But it's been out for like 2 weeks, the headset. So I clicked on it, and it goes, oh, if you order it right now, you'll have it tomorrow. It's like, why the fuck they didn't even ship it? It's like Amazon forgot that I ordered it. So I canceled it, and I'll pick it up with GameStop or something probably if they still have it. But absolutely ridiculous. I ordered something from Amazon, and they forgot. Bunch of jerks. And I pre-ordered that thing too.
You got punished for pre-ordering. Remember that.
Well, that's the
Richard,
problem,
what's up?
man. It's like what's up, Richard? They just put, like, again, so much emphasis on like, all right, because if you don't get it, you think, okay, I might just dip out, I might sell out, and then you just get screwed. It's like you just want things to ship, and like you said, like sometimes you're like, oh, maybe I'll get this this Blu-ray on time or this game on time, and then you think it is, and then like if you reordered it the same day, you'll get it like sooner than the pre-order, like on some stupid shit. Like, why does that fucking happen all the time? It doesn't make any sense. Like I know it's based on like Amazon warehouses, I guess, in the area, but it's like there's no reason why if I like if I pre-order the Scream 4K whatever that's coming out, right? It's like there's no reason why I don't get it the day of, but if I with my pre-order I don't get it the day of, but if I reorder it like right now I'll get it like the next day. If let's just say if it's in stock, right? This is just an example, but it's just stupid. It's a pain in the ass. Do they ever email you and say, "Oh, it's not shipping," or do they just like?
No, I went through my returns and it was like order received, but the thing's been out for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I clicked on it and I was like, "Is it out?" It says, "Oh, if you order right now, you have it tomorrow." It's like, what? So I canceled it and I'll just go pick it up probably at GameStop next time I go over there.
Yeah, that's why.
Who the hell knows?
Again, like being able to at least physically go into stores still, that's the advantage. Like a Best Buy or a GameStop to just be like, just give it to me.
So I
There's
will
no
say
bullshit.
this: if you're looking for a Series X and you're a GameStop Pro Reward member, you can get it for $522.49 used. I mean, it's still a lot of money, but it's better than paying $650 new.
Yeah, that's a lot better.
That's
'cause at least,
$120 less. So
yeah, and I'm sure they still have a lot of stuff sitting on there since the April. deal.
$127.50 less.
They probably got so many Xboxes during the April thing. Like they probably got so much.
Yeah, and they jacked the
giving away
price up because
$400.
last week it was $508 for Pro members. So they jacked it up a few extra bucks.
Well, I'm glad I kept my Series X partially due to the advice from you guys.
Yeah, bolt that thing to your floor. Do what you have
Because
to do.
I bet you there's a lot of people that got rid of their Series X within the last probably like the year or so, and they're all going, "Damn, I wish I had kept it now."
Yeah, especially because they were like, "I'm gonna play Gears E-Day on the Pro." Psych.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Right?
Psych. Gonna have to come over here.
Well,
and
that's
play
kind of
again.
where that's part of the reason I kept it. Is like I knew Gears was coming. I knew it was a possibility that could still stay exclusive. Possibility. So I was like, man, like if I'm gonna play Gears, I prefer to play it on Xbox anyway, even if I had those consoles.
And you got all your
just 'cause,
friends
you
on
know.
there. Like you got community
Yeah,
game
my
night and
friends
stuff.
were on
Like,
there.
yeah, you got a reason to
Yeah,
hang
but
on to
also,
it.
I mean, it's Gears of War. It should be only played on the Xbox. That's the whole fucking point.
That's the point.
mean,
yeah.
You don't
That's
play
why we got
Mario, be
you.
like, oh god, I wish I played this on PlayStation Pro. Like, no, it's fucking Mario.
man.
You play it wherever
You put
Nintendo's
the Xbox
going to put
controller
it.
in your hand. Yeah, you're playing Gears, man. It's time.
I've tried setting up community game nights on PlayStation, and it's been absolutely painful, man. Painful. Right? Everybody wants either they don't have a PlayStation Plus subscription or nobody wants to play multiplayer where they're all just tied up in their single player games. Seriously, like it's been crazy. So that's a big reason again. Like I love Xbox. The community, man, is still the best.
No, man, it's cool. Like, you know that again. There's different layers to like how they, like how they have.
Read the chat real quick. Brian keeps bringing up Little Nicky and Phil Spencer.
Satan.
It's gonna shove a pineapple up his ass.
What am I reading?
You remember Little Nicky?
Oh no, okay, no, I've seen it, but I'm looking at the chat now. I'm like, what is
Brian
happening?
brought up Little Nicky and Phil Spencer being in hell. I don't know why. And you know what happens to Little Nicky when you're in hell? The devil shoves a pineapple up your ass. That's the whole point in the movie. So I said, yeah, Phil Spencer's going to have a pineapple shoved up his ass by Satan. You know what?
God.
I hope he does for fucking ripping everybody off all these years. Oh, what? Hell is scary. Yeah, fuck you. It's too scary.
Yeah, it sure is, buddy. It sure is.
It sure is.
Oh my god. All right, what were you talking about?
I don't know. Something.
The consoles. The city councils.
Or the limited edition console. I think that's how we got here. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I just think that if you could find a deal, and like Perry said, GameStop, again, use them while they're here, while it's trade-ins or picking it up used and saving some, a couple bucks. It's definitely there's some cheaper options out there. We always encourage people to shop smart. So if there's any way you make it cheaper, cool. Between now and you got a little bit of time. You got between now and October until Gears drops. So I think anyone out there listening, if you're just kind of if you don't have a machine and you don't really want to try for the limited one, I'd say just try to save the most money you can, and if you get one used, do it. Make some trades, do it. You got some games sitting around collecting dust. You want to trade them into GameStop, and they have some deals or promotions. That's what you got to do in times like this, where you're like, dude, I really want that console, but I don't know if I can afford it. It's like, at least see what you could do. I think personally, like, if you don't have a Series X at all, I would just try to get a used one. I just don't know how.
Well, I'll say this really quick. Saturday, right after the showcase, we had somebody come to my shop and ask if we had any in stock because they saw the showcase. Then I had another guy come in and ask. Yeah. And then I had a guy call today because I got the voicemail. And he was asking if I had one because he would like to get one. And I don't know, he wants to do a payment plan. It's like, I don't do that. What the fuck is this guy talking about? I had the voicemail. I can't play it on here because he said his phone number and his name and shit. But
yeah.
The guy, I'll let you listen to it. The guy was like, "Oh, we could work something out." It's like, no, fuck face. You don't just come to my store and work something out. Fuck you. You want to work it out? Put the cash in my hand, little man.
Yeah, that's it. $15.
Put that shit in my hand.
I like who's gonna tell you how to do your business,
dude. I get people like that all the time. They think they're fucking hot shots. It's like, bro, fuck you. All right. I don't care that you want to play Halo fucking naked. That's your fucking problem.
Oh man. Yeah, no, but Perry's right. Like, it was within like I think an hour or two after the showcase, I was heading back outside, and I literally I was walking past the counter, and the guy was asking Piggles about like, "Oh, do you guys have any Series X's in stock?" And so this is like an hour or two after the showcase, maybe not even, because we were just
it wasn't
talking
even.
about it.
It was quick.
Yeah. So I just thought that was funny. It's like here we are, and then I'm walking back to a panel outside that's talking about everything that's going on. So I just think it's funny how fast things travel, and the way.
Yeah, but that's the power of the showcase. Whereas that guy wouldn't have walked in there and asked before.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. If you didn't know what was coming, if there was if Gears was on PlayStation as well, and that exclusive, what was the second exclusive? What's it called? Something.
Clockwork Revolution.
I want to say Clockwork Orange, but that's a different movie. Yeah, that's cool. Like that just like you said, the word of mouth and the fact that there's power in these showcases, and they easily had the best showcase. I don't care what anyone says. That blew Keely's thing out of the water. Same, PlayStation. Like I said, I gave it a 6 out of 10. I still kind of stand by that. But Xbox had the best showcase, man, hands down.
Yeah, 100%.
That's how you do it.
And our buddy who was on the stream with us, he wants to get an Xbox now. He doesn't have anything besides Switch 2.
Yes.
And PS4.
He has the PS4 Pro, and he wants an Xbox, but for years, they're not giving him a reason to get one. And then when they did the 4 games thing, he was like, well, I guess I'm buying PS5. But then he waited and waited and waited. And now the PS5 shot all the way up in price. So now he's really like, well, I really want one of them, and I can only do one of them because he's got a family. He's not like us where he's running around doing whatever. He's like, I can only pick one. They got to give me they both have to give me a reason, because he's not too thrilled with what Sony's been doing either. So he's ready to go either way. And he was pretty much done with Xbox. And then, we talked to him. He watched the shows that we did with Tim, the We Are Xbox shows. And he was kind of hyped up. He was hyped up for the showcase. He loved the showcase. Xbox nailed it. He wants to buy an Xbox. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think Microsoft understands. When you do these things the right way, you get people that want to come back. You get new people that want to come in. You get everybody. Everybody wants to be part of the newest thing that's hot. So they got to just stick with the momentum, and they got to do this. And I think they're going to do it. I think that she's going to figure it out, and I think she's going to get it done. I have faith in this woman.
Yeah, I
She just
definitely
has to
do.
go. She's gonna have some tough meetings. She's gonna have some tough, financial reportings that are, they're gonna be a little bit stagnant. But I think in due time,
Yes.
and a large part of it comes. We're gonna do our part. We're obviously trying to hype the business, and obviously it goes a long way. As you saw by already the 3 or 4 people that have come into your store look for a Series X. I think the marketing, like it's got to be in front of people. It's got to be in front of people where they are. Like I said, if they're not going to come to you, you got to go to them, and you got to get your product, and you got to have stuff in those shelves. Even though I know physical is not the big thing, know how to beat this drum a billion times. You still have to have some sort of promotional material where people can see it. Maybe there's a bunch of QR codes that they can scan. Contests and giveaways and every
Yeah.
type of thing that you can draw and get people talking about stuff. I mean,
Yes.
how many people went and had a year's supply of the shits from trying to win an Xbox at Taco Bell?
And they ended up selling all that
Right?
fucking consoles on eBay.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
all that sort of stuff, right? And little ads on the movie theater, and it can't be just Game Passes and Game Pass. That's fine, but you have to make people like Game Pass. But like, Game Pass, it's on Xbox. Not this is an Xbox. Your refrigerator is an Xbox. Your mom's underwear is a friggin' Xbox.
Yeah.
People want they need to know what it is, right? Like,
No,
the
it's
bottom
true.
line, it's got to be there.
The presence has to be felt, and yeah, it's just what it
People
needs to
don't
be, man.
look at just copy Nintendo. Nintendo seems to get it right all the time. People walk into the stores all the time. There's a new Mario game out. People walking in there, they're asking for it. Why is that? Because they just know. Because Nintendo markets all over the place.
Yeah, literally
And
everywhere.
they know they don't have to look at 3 different consoles to buy the game. They want to play that game. They got to get that Switch too.
Absolutely.
Sad part is a lot of people now, because it's Switch 2, are going in and trying to buy stuff like they're getting the original Switch because they see the cheaper price point, and then realizing that some of those Switch 2 games don't work on the Switch. Right?
Oh man.
Yeah,
So
that's
there
that.
in
Yeah,
itself is a problem.
I agree. I think because it's kind of funny because when you go to like movies now, and like you have to sit there and see like the other ads that they play. It's like, hey, here's a contractor that you can call. Here's a guy that's going to do your roof. It's like, okay, you can have that, but like I've seen PlayStation commercials before in there and no Xbox commercials. And it's like it's just little things. Like you got to just raise the awareness and like, have like I think you mentioned this, Noof, like how before you even walk into Walmart, you see the Mario Kart thing, or you see it's like you see that shit. It like brings you into the store. It's like you got to do stuff like that, on top of the presence being felt, and because we know how they like if they actually put, you know, the money into it, like how well their marketing can do, and because we've seen that before the 360 era, and how that stuff was just everywhere, and obviously that was still back when you had a lot more, magazines being printed and different things, so there was that way, but then even when it still hit that internet age, it was still on fire, you know what I mean, because you had so much stuff like YouTube and people putting up, different things that would people would be like, "Oh shit, that's Halo 3 gameplay. I got to check that out. That's Call of Duty gameplay. I got to check that out." That was back in the days when people would do like music videos and stuff with their capture card, and you would be like, "What game is that?" It's like, "Yeah, that's only on the 360. I got to get that." So then now we're in the era of like where again, what we see in this, and we talked about this, where they put too much faith in some of these creators or these people that, again, if they don't hold them accountable. If we didn't hold them accountable, what just happened the other day wouldn't have happened. There's a reason why the panel that you heard us on the other day on We Are Xbox is that like that's why we were as passionate as we were. And anytime we come on here, same thing. It's just because like if you don't hold them accountable, we would have never gotten to this point. Gears would have just been on the
Exactly.
Pro, and we would have just been sitting here with our thumbs up our asses and complaining that it's not where it needs to be. And so that's why I think where all this stems from, us just like, giving the constructive criticism as hardcore fans, that's going to shine through when you hear us talk about it every single time. And as this thing, like we just said, like as it gets, more building blocks towards the future, she is going to have some tough meetings and there's going to be stuff that has to happen. But I think at least she says, hey, look, but here's the solution. Like, yeah, here's the problems, but here are the solutions. And we're presenting these solutions, and that's how you have to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is why we've always said on this show, you got to hold their feet to the fire. We said that on Gaming After Dark. We said that on Gaming and Easy. We said it everywhere that we did these stupid fucking shows. Xbox goes to hell. And we got criticized for it. But this is what you have to do to get these brands to understand, like, we're the paying customers. This is what we want. You have to give us what we want. Okay? I don't care about, and I told this to Noof when I did Gaming Fuse. And Noof was probably like, this guy's a fucking idiot. I said, I shouldn't have to know who Phil Spencer is. We should be talking about the fucking games. You realize that we've been spending the last 10 years talking about Phil, Sarah, Matt Booty, this guy, that guy. We're not even talking about the fucking games that are coming out. You realize that? We spent more time talking about these idiots that have more money than God. Then we are talking about our hobby.
Every time they did a show, they teased us with something, and then we got told to wait.
Yeah, I know.
Got told to wait, and we got told to wait, and we kept waiting until eventually they'd step on another rake, and then they told us to wait again, and all of a sudden cancellation, and all of a sudden another rake, all of a sudden another wait, and the next thing you know, it's like, what are we doing here? Like, we're, the world's most powerful console that has no freaking games on it.
We waited so long that Sony took that title. You know what I mean?
Right? Yeah.
The tools. I've been hearing about the tools.
The tools.
Since 2013.
The people that were preaching about the tools.
Where are the tools?
Where are the tools?
Yeah, the tools were the ones
fired one of the tools.
The tools are coming, everybody. Just wait. It's like, oh my God.
The waiting game got old. Like, we call that shit.
I hope that somebody makes AI videos of those old Phil Spencer videos where, you don't believe me till the controller's in your hand. I hope someone makes an AI video where they pull him out of the TV and punch him.
Everything that's wrong with Xbox was summed up when it closed down the initiative. To me, that was like the start. That was the stark sort of like the window opener that said something is direly wrong here. You spent multi-millions of dollars building a studio to build an IP that basically almost couldn't fail because it's Perfect Dark. It had like a massive amount of people interested in it. They brought in the best of the best, some people from the top studios across company world. I mean, people from Naughty Dog, people from Crystal Dynamics, you name it, they had them. And they couldn't get done. They couldn't work together or something, apparently, is what they were saying. Like a lot of ideas and this and that and something else. And then the game gets canceled. The studio even gets shut down. It's like, what the hell? Like, all that money, all those years for what?
I know.
And this is a constant theme over at Xbox. It's like, what the hell are you guys doing?
Yeah,
I know, man.
It sucks. I mean, that's what happens.
I mean, we're starting to wonder what the hell the Sony studios are doing too right now. That's the crazy part. And I largely do that because Sony has just kind of had an easy walk in the park for the last while. It's like they could do whatever they want. The console was selling well. And that's the thing, right? When you're always leading, and even a pro person says in sports, right? It's what's it they said? It's I think the boxers will often say that it's actually almost harder to stay at the top than it is to get there.
Right.
And the reason why they say that is because when you're at the top, you're only fighting the best of the best at this point. You're fighting the number one contenders. You ain't fighting the chumps back in number 20 or 30. You're at the top of the heap. And because you're hungrier when you're fighting your way up. Because you know that competition comes from having to improve, having to fix your mistakes to get better. And when you're at the top, you stop looking at the mistakes you're making. You just look at the money rolling in, and you get fat, and you get complacent, and you get and you just don't care as much anymore because you just think it's automatic. Like Nintendo's in for the next big slap in the face, honestly, just because they're starting to abuse their fan base because they're kind of just walking away with it right now without even having to try that hard. And again, it's because it's Nintendo. And the one thing you can always count on with Nintendo, love them or hate them, is that their games are good. And that's what you buy a Nintendo for, is good games. But they aren't giving away the show. They're not giving away the console. They ain't making their games dirt cheap. They're like, yeah, people still buy them, and they're buying them at full price, so I guess they'll stay there. But, that's just the industry we're in. And I think Xbox was always that scrappy. And I'm not saying that they were number one, but at some point they got complacent. They got a little bit too cocky that things were going a little too easy, and they kept trying to change the industry. It was like And that's the thing. A lot of these choices sometimes are big gambles, and and I know Game Pass is still considered a massive gamble and a choice that I don't know how internal do you feel about it. If it's something they feel like perhaps they should have never done it to begin with, or perhaps they just tried a little too much too fast. I don't know. I would love to know like the internal talkings about something like that.
Yeah, well, it seems like it seemed like the previous regime at Xbox, they just weren't on the same page as the fan base. You know what I mean? And that kind of sucks. They said they talked a big game. Oh yeah, you guys want Conquer, right? Yeah, Conquer. Yeah, well, fuck you. Fuck all these people that want Conquer. At least see these idiots out there. You know what I mean? Like that shit was going on, and that was ridiculous. You know, I'm not a big Conquer guy, but just give the fucking people what they want. Throw eight stupid people in a fucking room, a closet at Microsoft, and be like, can you guys just make a Conquer game for somebody? Something. It doesn't matter what it is.
That team that did Super Lucky's Tale fucking make a new Conquer game. Like they look like they can make a
Well, remember when we saw that? We were like, oh, is this a prequel to Conquer? And then all of a sudden it plays like this fucking weird music. And then like it's like, oh, Super Lucky's Tale. And it's like, what? All right. I mean, it was like a good game, but like still.
Yeah, if Conquer was like PG without the innuendo, there you go.
Yeah, well, yeah. When I saw that, I was like, are they doing a prequel to Conquer? Like before he goes nuts? Like that would be cool, but I don't know. And then they bring back Battletoads, and you know they censored the Queen. They made the Queen an old lady and all this stuff, and she's not sexy anymore. It's like, and then it's like a bunch of mini games, which is fine, but that should have been like DLC.
I'm still flabbergasted that they'll find the green light to make Psychonauts 2, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, what happened with that? Was it Psychonauts 3 or 2? It was 3, right? They didn't make 3?
Number 2. They didn't make 3. But they made Psychonauts 2, and that's another weird anomaly, right? That was one of the best games that came out of a Microsoft studio in a very long time. Got lots of critical praise. I don't know what the sales numbers were in that game. Of course, it didn't help sales numbers that they never had a physical copy available in stores for Xbox, which is freaking weird. You know, like these are some weird blunders that just make you just what the heck, man? You know. But like I said, I was surprised they greenlit Psychonauts 2. That was a fantastic game, and I hope it does get another sequel. But I don't know because Double Fine is over there like smoking the marijuana, I guess, because they're making Kiln.
Bro, that guy is
a Lighthouse dildo game. You know,
he's snorting crack, but not that crack. Crack from someone's ass. That's what he's snorting. All right. I don't know what the fuck that guy is doing over there. Fucking old fat ass Jack Black wannabe.
I think they're gonna get canned, or like Toys for Bob, they're gonna go independent.
What's his name? Tim Schafer?
Yeah.
Why does he sound like someone stepped on his balls?
Someone did.
He either sucked helium or someone stepped on his sack.
We're gonna take 3 here real soon. I can't tell you, it's coming up.
Oh man, I don't even know anymore. Listen, I get he wants to make games that are different and fun and all that, but you're spending millions of fucking dollars, and this is what you're producing.
Yeah,
I think you gotta have a big enough studio that can be split in 2. So you got one team that's working on like your AAA stuff, the stuff that you can bank on, and then you got a small team that does like the little, as you say, the passion project in the meantime. Great stuff for Game Pass, good filler, stuff that kind of ties you over during the slow months or whatever. That's the kind of stuff I think you got to do, because you know, if that's what you're relying on to save your bacon in your company, it's not going to work, right? It's just the games are too niche. You don't strike a big enough audience. I mean, I'm glad they're there. Originality is appreciated too. I mean, I'd rather see originality than another 5,000 Fortnite knockoffs. You know what I mean? So, but there's a place for it. I don't want to discourage it, but at the same time, your company also is known for certain titles that are bigger and better, and you want to make sure that you still spend time equally developing those too.
Yeah, for real.
And obviously, some people are listening. Because shout out to Ninja Theory because man, like I mean, Hellblade 2 came out and kind of came out without a whimper. Looked amazing. People can. That's the big thing you can talk about. It's amazing graphics, but I don't know what really happened in that game. But that game did not live up to my expectations. In many ways, I think it was worse. Like it wasn't as good as the first game in a lot of ways. Maybe better puzzle wise and a few things like that. But and then this new one, which came out of nowhere, wasn't expecting it with cinema, and it looks absolutely unbelievably dynamite. Like it looks like they listened. The graphics are even better. It looks like the play control is smoother. They've got a lot more combat and a lot more narrative. It just looks like they're gonna knock it.
So the Knicks have won tonight's game, and they are 1 win away from the World Championship.
Wow.
Nice.
And they won by 1 point.
Who are they playing?
Wow.
Oklahoma?
107 to 106. It's crazy. We might see it in my lifetime. The last time they were in the finals was, that I remember. They could have been in the finals before. 94-95 Houston Rockets. And Houston Rockets killed them. It wasn't a slaughter, but it was very disappointing. It went several games, and the Rockets took them out at the last second. Very disappointing. The team was never the same after that. Anyway. Go Lakers, go Rockets. What? Okay, let me see here. Anyway, yeah, so they got to figure out what they're doing. Hopefully they can get it together. I'm happy that they're coming out. They're being transparent about all this and saying, listen, the previous administration made no fucking money here. We need to change that. Everything needs to stop. There's going to be a hard reset. And we're going to try to fix this thing. And that's what we need to hear as fans. Because enough is enough with the bullshit. All these years, they were, Game Pass is sustainable. Oh, don't worry. Yeah, well, guess what, fuckface? You were wrong. Just saying. And Noof, he warned everybody. For 10 years, this guy warned everybody, and nobody listened. Just saying. Uh-oh. He left. Did Discord just take a crap? Because everyone's out of here.
There you go.
All right, there you are.
Oh,
Anthony
weird
got
just happened.
Anthony got bounced
So
out.
weird.
Yeah, Discord
I was
took
gonna
it.
say,
Discord took a
your
crap.
audio was going off and I couldn't hear you. And yeah.
I just said that you called it 10 years ago and everyone said you were nuts. And look what happened. And that everyone was saying that Game Pass was profitable and it wasn't. It was all bullshit. So
I think Game Pass would be a lot more profitable if it didn't have as many that costed $250 million or more in the ecosystem. Because just imagine how many subs you got to make to get each and every month and every year to pay for like 6 or 7 of those games. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
You got to have a lot of subs just to pay for those games. Not to mention you still got to pay the third parties to put their games on your service. That doesn't come cheap. They're not giving those games away for free. When you get a game day and date, day one, and it's a brand new title, and it's like a fairly big title, and have you noticed that over the past while, there's been a lot less third-party games going in day and date? I mean, the reason Capcom don't put their stuff on there, why would they? Right? Because Microsoft can't pay them enough for their games to make it worth their while to put it on the service. I mean, if they're going to get a Resident Evil game, it's going to come like when the games are basically dead in the water at this point, like 5 or 6 years after the fact, you might get a game on there because not many people are buying it at this point. But there's a reason why. And you're taking all those games that would have normally sold, like you take a Bethesda title, you take games. Imagine like perhaps how much better Avowed would have probably done if it wasn't a Game Pass day and date title. it's an Obsidian game and stuff, and it was one of their sort of higher touted games. Like a lot of these games make you wonder what the analytics would look like if they weren't. People would say, well, if the game wasn't in Game Pass, nobody would play it. Well, I don't know. Like I don't think that's true because again, what you do with Game Pass is you start conditioning gamers to get very picky and choosy about what they're going to download. And if they have the slightest inclination that, oh, I can just wait, it's going to be there day and date, or it's going to be there in 6 months, 90% of them are going to do that. And that's their prerogative. That's what they're paying for. But I just thought it was a gamble that would only work well if you can get to that 100 million subs. I think if you get 100 million subs, I don't think this would be a question mark. But getting there was the problem, right? And it didn't come very fast. So they gambled, it didn't work, and now they're backtracking. Simple as that.
Yeah. Yeah, they
thought Call of Duty was going to be the be all end all when they put that in there, but it didn't work either. That backfired. Because people that buy Call of Duty just normally buy it. They're not conditioned to get it in a Game Pass. The odd person might. Like I know Mike Mullis is really upset that Call of Duty is not going to be in Game Pass, but it's one game. Like, if you really want to play that game, wouldn't you just spend the $90 and still enjoy the benefits of Game Pass?
Yeah, I mean, and you know what it is? The thing with Call of Duty is too, and you know what? It's funny because they're now giving you the option. They took it out. And the money that they were subsidizing that game for, that's now they cut the price. It's not $30 anymore. It's $22. So they're subsidizing the price for Call of Duty in Game Pass. So you now have the option. You can just buy the game, and it would cost the same amount as if you spent the $29 a month.
Exactly.
So that's an option. But you know what's fucked up about that, Noof? What about the people that bought Game Pass Ultimate that didn't care about Call of Duty? They were still fucking paying for Call of Duty.
Right.
Yep.
That's a fucking class action right there. If somebody wakes up. Just saying.
Game Pass Ultimate, paying for all that Fortnite shit I could care less about. I know my buddy Seamus in the chat, he loves Fortnite stuff. It's worth it to him, but it's not worth it to me. So you're paying all that extra for services and games that seriously most of us are not ever going to play. That's
why I don't really touch Game Pass that much, even though I have it stacked. Because it's like Indie Pass. They put all these shitty fucking games in there. It's like, that's not what this thing was originally. This thing was supposed to be the blockbusters, and then they bought ABK, so you're thinking, okay, the library is going to go in there. There's a ton of great ABK games from back in the day for the original Xbox 360. This would make it worth the money. And they didn't fucking put a quarter of those games in there. They put a sliver. Probably a handful of games from that whole thing in Game Pass. It's like, what are we doing? Like, I thought you bought these companies so that you can build up the library and the portfolio of Game Pass. And then eventually over time, you can raise that price because you'll have so much content. You know what I mean? People will pay. They'll pay the extra $5. They're like, wow, they added all the Wolfensteins. Instead of buying them for fucking $30 a piece, I'll pay the extra $5. Boom. That's how you do it. You don't just fucking leave everything stagnant and go, hey guys, we have something to tell you. We're extra $5.
What? Please tell me. So how did we all get by during the 360 era? Games weren't that much cheaper during the 360 era than they are now. Not 100%.
Right.
They were still pretty expensive, right? So how did we all get by during those days?
You just bought the fucking games that you liked, and that was it.
Fucking lots of games back then. I never heard anybody bitch. And people would say, yeah, games are expensive. But you know what? You bought what you really wanted. The rest you waited for a sale. You picked them up to the store. It was that simple. I don't know why.
RWK, take care, buddy.
Game Pass come out, everybody just fucking all of a sudden acted like you were getting welfare checks. You know what I mean? What the fuck?
Well, also the 360.
Ever credit card, things like a firm, or perhaps saving up some money, or like I'm not trying to belittle anyone here, but I'm just saying, just like Jesus Christ, is like people out there acting like fuck, like that's the only money they got in the world was enough just to buy Game Pass. Like holy fuck, man! Like come on.
Well, here's the thing too.
If you're gonna buy a $700 goddamn console, you should be able to buy some fucking games for it.
Yeah. Well, also the 360, you had demos. The companies were putting demos out so you would buy the game. Now the companies will release the fucking demo like 6 months after the game comes out. Well, thanks a lot, you fucking dumb fuck.
Right?
That's also hurting the industry. These fucking companies, no one's buying our game. We put all this money in. Put a fucking demo out before the game comes out. They're so afraid
If
that
you-
like
and if you
fucking
like
5
the demo,
people.
you beat the demo, you get a discount.
They're so afraid that 5 people are going to play the demo and not like the game that you're alienating all the other people that will buy the fucking game if they play the stupid demo. Do you know how many demos on 360 I played? And I'm like, holy shit, I got to get that game.
Mhm.
Or on PlayStation,
Yeah.
holy shit, I got to get that game. Or I got up to this part in the demo, now I got to buy the game and get to the other part. Like, you hook people, all right? And these companies are just bitches now, all right? They just, well, if we put a demo out, they might not buy Spider-Man. No, put a fucking 5-minute demo out. People will go crazy for Spider-Man.
Well, a lot of their games are ass, and they don't want you to find out until it's too
Well,
late.
that's another problem, too. They don't want to fucking do it. I said hello,
Surprised
Dreadpool. What's
from the
going
chat,
on,
he goes,
Dreadpool?
Capcom dropped the boat the early Requiem demos. Did they drop the boat? See, here's the thing with Resident Evil, right? The fan base is so big for Resident Evil, people were going to buy that game regardless. It was going to be successful whether they had a demo or not. I think the demo is out now because it's basically like if you haven't played the game, that's what they're trying to do. Is they're trying to grab those people that ride the fence on this one. It's like, yeah, well, you're tempted, you're thinking about it, but you're not sure. So we're going to put the demo. Give you a little taste because we've got our money back. You know, we've already made our money on this game, and now it's just for the rest of you guys to try it out.
Yeah.
The big games don't like GTA. GTA would never put a demo out.
No, they don't have to. They're gonna get the sales.
That game could be dog shit. That game literally could run at 5 frames a second. The day it comes out, it's still gonna sell 10 million copies easy.
Well, look at the
Because
fucking
of
Star
GTA.
Wars game that everyone, was it last year? The one that Ubisoft
was.
released? They put the fucking demo
was.
out like 3 months ago. It's like the game's been out for
Yeah.
over a year. Like, what are you doing?
Well, and then look at Pragmata. We were so unsure of it. We played the demo and we all bought it.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Well,
funny?
that was smart on their part. Yeah.
Yeah, especially when you're taking a chance with a new IP. You know, Capcom obviously, like Noof was saying, and you know, we always kind of praise them on this show too. But you know, they've done a really good job at having consistent games. But a lot of them have been, you know, IPs that have been around for a long time and they're established, right? So when you're doing something brand new like Pragmata, yeah, put a demo out and you know, see how the shit feels with the the fans and stuff like that. It's like if it works, then people are gonna buy it. I don't know. I just think that it's a shame that we've got away from that. You know.
I know. All right. Well, real quick, we're going to wrap up that Xbox talk because we got to move on with this show. But I will say, it's interesting to see what they do in the coming weeks, months, days. Who knows? Tomorrow they might step on another rake, or they might have breaking news again. Who the hell knows with this company? But it's interesting. We'll be following it, and we'll be bitching about it for sure. Okay. So
I heard that Microsoft got so many rakes at this point they were buying shares in the Home Depot.
yeah, I know, right? Well, that's Asha came from Lowe's. I think she fixed up Lowe's or Home Depot, didn't she?
Well, there you go.
Yeah, Lowe's, I think.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, shout out to
There you go.
her.
Makes sense. Phil's probably got a couple stuck up his ass at this point.
He's got hot dogs and everything up his ass. So who the fuck knows? I heard a hot dog.
Pineapples, hot dogs.
I heard a hot dog broke off in his ass, but I don't know.
Oh, God.
Oh man,
Philly the Dilly Spencer.
that's where the tool went. Okay, right up the ass.
You know, I hope Phil Spencer goes bankrupt and he has to move next to Cletus.
Well, Billy Diddley, what did you used to do, Mr. Spencer?
Oh, man.
man.
I was living right next to the guy that used to be the biggest boss over this boss. Yeah, so let me tell you, sir, I got lots of rakes in my backyard. Yeah, we got a lot of big shit that we got to clean up here in the next little while. So I hope that you're feeling comfortable in your retirement because I'm telling you, I ain't got no Ozempic, but I got a whole lot of beer. I got 3 teeth, 3 brain cells, and I got a fat lady that needs a little bit of oil and greasing, okay? So you come on over here, Philly.
Oh, man. Oh, it's Harold. How you doing, Harold?
It's
Hello.
next to Cletus. What's up,
That has
Harold?
to be a bit next time.
Harold, long time, brother.
Yeah, I
I
think he's
can't.
been sick.
I hope you're feeling better, bro.
Well, we'll see what happens with Harold. I don't know. I saw you had a great time this week. Yeah, we did. And shout out to Dreadpool and his family and all those guys and Wicked Hot and Hockey and
Yeah, that was definitely the
you
craziest
guys.
meetup for sure, as far as like the amount of people and the way things actually just kind of all fell into place. Even though there was, the universe was against us in some instances, mostly Perry, there was just like crazy random shit going on that you couldn't really make this stuff up if you tried. So I just feel like it's funny. That like, it's always when we try to get together, like some shit goes down, but it was all positive though, for the most part, besides,
My wife picked everybody up with the car that we just spent thousands of dollars having fixed for this whole thing. And she pulls in the parking lot, pops a tire. So I had
Friday,
to
right?
show
This
up.
is Friday.
That was Friday. I had to show up, grab everybody, throw them in my car. She stayed over there with that dealer till the tow truck came. Then my wife went to Mavis. She was there for like 2 hours. They put the tire on, and then she came back. Then, later that night, someone hits my other fucking car while everyone's outside partying. I guess they sideswiped my car with their mirror.
Yeah. We
So-
were sitting, I was sitting down, and then I think a couple people were just exiting the shop, and then we just heard like like it sounded like a crunch, but the crunch was definitely from the other person's vehicle because, whatever they hit, I think a mirror or something on their their end, that they got a lot more damage than Perry, thankfully. But yeah, it was such bullshit, man. Because again, it's a road that like, when you're out there, you realize like the people that drive the right speed and the
That
people that
fucking
just zip
road.
down.
I lost 2 cars on that street. So anyway,
Yeah.
everyone had a good time. So there you go. So what are our topics for tonight, Frank? We're gonna just power through them because
Okay.
Noof's got to go soon, and I don't want to keep you
Right,
guys all night either. Because you know what? I've gotten probably about 8 hours of sleep the entire fucking week and a half. So let's do this.
Dude, that's what I was saying before. I did half as much stuff as you, and I'm tired still. Like, it's insane.
Yeah. Well, you know what
Took
it
the
is
piss
too?
out of
It's
me.
like, being social, I think you underestimate how much that also like drains your batteries. Like, yeah, you're tired, but then it's like you got to talk to people and you got to be like,
Well, I was hosting. I was driving people back to the Airbnb. I was driving people to the fucking airports at 3 o'clock in the morning. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? 5 o'clock,
No,
6 o'clock,
no,
7 o'clock.
Yeah, no, you guys put on a hell of an event, and yeah, it definitely wouldn't
And
have
we're gonna
gotten
do it
like
again in 3 more weeks. No,
that.
we'll do it next year. Things might change a little. I might not have to spend $100,000 next year, but I'm gonna say this right here, right now. You have 1 year. Start saving. That's all I'm saying. All right. So that's out the window.
2027,
All right.
Save your money for heaven.
All right, let's
right.
go. What do we got?
The games. So the Xbox showcase. We could just do a quick recap. of
Gears
what we
E
liked.
Day was the bomb, and I'm getting that. I pre-ordered it on Amazon physically, so there you go. And I will buy it digitally as well. So
Yeah, I'm excited for Gears. It's everything that I wanted to see and more.
It's exclusive.
it's exquisite.
Exclusive. Looks great. Yeah, I think there's some stuff I still have to actually sit down and watch, because there's some stuff I haven't, like I've rewatched some of it in 4K. I got to go back and watch some of the more the specific stuff that went over, but I thought that was great, and they opened the show with that. So that was the big, like, we're not even gonna make you guys wait for
We have
Gears
a
and let you
picture of
know.
the Sony guys who were fucking furious on Twitter that this was exclusive. This
By the
picture is
way-
right here in the chat.
If
Not-
you go to
not in the
the
chat.
We Are Xbox podcast channel, you can watch our reaction. Anthony was on. Noof was on.
You can hear me screaming at Anthony and Frank for 5 minutes.
That's fine. At least you got to see our
I
reaction.
remember that. Yeah. Fuck.
Tim is
That's
on the other
disgusting.
end, probably not knowing what's happening, but I'm like, you fucking guys, you ruined everything. And this guy's on there.
It was mass
Yeah.
chaos that morning. but
Yeah,
we
it
made
was definitely, again, there's so many other moving parts that had to be, attended to. So I think like the fact that we got there when we did and we were able to set up the canopy as fast as we did, and like because we were outside, you couldn't see us, but we were outside, and so to do that and pull that off, and for me to calibrate the mics and for me to hook everything up and it was a lot, but we did it, even though we had to kind of like
Well, I
we
didn't know
figured it
you
out.
weren't going to have the camera on, even though the camera was on. I thought that you were going to have us in the video with
That's what I was trying
event.
to do, but I didn't have enough time.
Right,
I
right,
literally
right.
didn't have
And
enough
I think you
time.
opened OBS first, and that's what blocks the camera from
Yeah.
the thing. And I was trying to get it to work, but no, OBS is kind of a pain in the ass for a lot of reasons. All right, so
Yeah.
Gears E Day. We're all buying this
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Day one.
It looks incredible.
it looks
the graphics
great.
are good. The game looks awesome. I cannot wait.
And they're showing it
Yeah.
on the screen right now. It's
Yeah,
weird
it's,
that Marcus Phoenix still looks like a fat slob without his gear on.
He's pretty buff. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
mean, it's a. I think people were saying too, like, is like the chainsaw is not supposed to be in this, I guess, for the dates, or did they mess that up? I don't know. That's what people were saying, but I think it's cool. Like, I don't know how I feel about the slide shot for multiplayer, where you kind of slide and turn, like, that's going to be interesting. Those are things that I like look at. I'm like, okay, how are they going to work that? But I like the horde mode looks great. Campaign looks great so far. They really gave it the love that it needed. I don't know if I fully trust People Can Fly, but I will hope that they get that thing rolling.
Well, I tell
for
you something. They
multiplayer.
fuck this game up. They're gonna be people can fart because someone's gonna buy this shit anymore.
Yeah,
People can die.
people can Yeah, because like
which one? Sorry, which one is People Can Fly, Megan?
they're
E-Day.
helping with E-Day, so they're on it, and so yeah, so that's the only thing is
Noof
that
just
like,
canceled his pre-order.
I just think that when they said that they were going to pair with them a couple years ago, I was like, I don't know, like, because if they make the multiplayer side of things, I need Gears multiplayer to thrive, and I don't want this community to die out, like like how they did with Gears 5. They made that competitive community die out. I'm sure people were still playing it, but the people that played it seriously, they didn't really give it the love that it needed, I think, for Gears 5, and hopefully now they kind of give it that love that it needs because it's kind of going back to form a little bit. But yeah, I think this looks great, man. Day one, getting this physically, also getting it on PC. So yes, I will be double dipping because I collect Gears. I will be getting it physical. I really want that collector's edition, man. It looks so dope, but I do not have the money for that right now. That statue looks fucking awesome, and I'm a sucker for collectible statues. So I kind of want to, like what Noof said, like, I kind of want to go out and support these guys big time, and I definitely
Yes.
will. I just don't know if I'm going to get the collector's edition, but I want to support, Coalition and Microsoft here. So I don't know if I'm going to get it in time before it sells out, or if I'm even going to have the funds for it. But regardless, they're getting my money, so I'm happy. I think all of us are happy across the board. They opened with this; it was great. Asha said it's exclusive, it's confirmed. And that was the first thing to kind of take the pressure off of like, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? What are they going to do? And that was it. So that was a great way to kick it off. And then what did they go right into Halo, right? So shit.
Yes, and
Yeah.
that looked. Oh my god, I've been watching that all for 2 days. They've been posting footage, dude. That Halo game looks.
That looks-
sick.
The
Looks
missions,
fucking awesome.
I didn't realize they were going to put that much love into the missions. I just thought they were going to be like rinky dink, like, just whatever, like extra shit that they attached on. They really put space battles in Halo. I mean, this looks fucking awesome.
Well, this is good. This is what we
graphics.
wanted from Xbox all these years, and we weren't getting
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean? It's like this lady comes in and she's got the Midas touch. Like all these games are starting to look good. Gears looks fucking incredible. Okay?
Mhm.
And Halo, I can't believe how fucking great that looks. And even Fable. They showed us Fable like 2 weeks
Oh my
ago, a month
God.
ago. It looked like fucking dog shit. Okay? Now it looks fucking crazy. I was like, that's not Fable, is it? And you guys were like, it's Fable. It's Fable. What are you talking about? Because when
Yeah.
it started, it said disabled on the screen. So I don't know what the, what the hell is that all about?
Phil Perry says that. I went back and listened to the stream. Perry's like, what did it say? Disabled? I was like, what?
My wife was watching they put up 30 minutes of gameplay today, and she was watching it, and she's like, I don't know what they did, but this is like totally back to Fable. And I was like, I know, it's crazy. Like they totally changed everything.
Well, that's the thing too. Like you can't have a trailer that looks like
Now look
absolute
at
shit
Hockey
and
Fan in the
people
chat,
waiting.
okay? He is an avid PlayStation guy. Look what he just wrote. Gonna have to jump back into Xbox to play Gears E-Day. There you go,
you have
Microsoft. You fucking sold another console to somebody because he doesn't
Gotta
have
be a
one.
regular and community game night, boys. So get your Lancers ready.
I will have them
Horde
ready.
I'm ready for Horde
looks
mode. That
so
would be so
good.
much fun too. Or the Siege, the Horde Siege, whatever it's called.
Yeah,
I'm down for
looks
all of
awesome.
that. That looks great. Yeah, it's time. It's really time, and I think between that, like I said, and like what Perry said, like the Unreal Engine shit is insane. The way it's looking for Halo now that it's on there.
Yeah, what
and
the fuck
obviously
was with that
Gears, same
slip
thing.
space shit? Like that was
Yeah.
fucking atrocious, that engine.
If you haven't seen this today, it was announced that it has the longest Gears of War campaign yet.
Good. We've been
Good.
waiting long
14
enough for it.
Good. I want it to be drenched in story and all that stuff. I love that shit because that's what I love about Gears. And I actually, I was talking to Back from the Dead at the meetup, and yeah, I got to get the books as well because there's people that actually have the
Yes,
books
the woman
narrated
that wrote
on-
the books helped this game. She helped
Yeah.
write the game.
Yeah, and I didn't, and like I knew the books always existed, but I didn't actually know there was Audible versions of them. So I have like a bunch of like Audible because I usually do
Gotta get
audiobooks a
Audible.
lot.
Use my
got
coupon
Audible.
code, old man.
Old man.
You know, it's the same. It's the same with Halo, though. Too, the prequel missions featuring Johnson are from the books, like the Contact.
Yeah.
Harvest
No,
book and
that's
stuff.
great, man. That's how you do it. That's how you go back and say, listen, we're putting this game out. We don't have multiplayer with it. You know, how do we entice people to come back and play it? Not just the engine, because obviously, yes, the engine and campaign co-op. you're
Howdy,
gonna
howdy,
play.
Peter. What's going on,
Hey,
Peter?
Peter.
Yo, what's up, Peter? But like, you know, you got to add that little extra, you know, on top of that. And those missions are looking great, man. And it's coming out the end of July, so about a month and a half away. So I'm excited for that. And I think we're all going to be playing that one together, whether it's, you know, co-op or, you know, I mean, that's the only thing we could do is campaign co-op. But
I was talking to Noof before we started, and I was like, "Dude, how embarrassing does Infinite look now? When you look
Oh
at
my
how good
God,
this looks like,
Oh
it's
my
just like,
God.
what if? Imagine if they made Infinite like that. How insane that would have been. It's
That's
like
why.
sad.
That is why I'm telling you right now. I know this is coming out on PlayStation. There's nothing they're going to do about this, you know, version or
Yeah.
whatever. We know the next one's going to be only on Xbox, and that has to move so much units if they get that Halo right. It's really has to be. This should be their test, but like that is going to be so massive if they pull that off. On top of promising on these games, you're going to get all the fans back with this stuff, Fable included, Gears included, Halo included, sure. But leading into the next few years and building those exclusives and getting Halo back, we need Master Chief back on the fucking box, man.
He needs to
we
be on the
need our
fucking
guy.
box. You
Yeah,
need to
we
put
need our
Gears on the
guys.
back of the box.
Yeah.
Chief is the front, Gears is the back. Put the fucking Forza car on the side. Nobody cares about this stupid car at this point.
Well, it's like the car's the car. Like Forza's Forza. I feel
Right,
like, you know,
but
when you
the
have an
problem with the
iconic
Series
image,
X was they took Chief off the box and put the car in the back.
yeah,
it's like you.
that's not.
It's like if you took fucking Mario off the goddamn box and you put like, I don't know, Pikmin on it. It's like
yeah.
Pikmin's good,
Put
but
the-
it's not like at the level.
pink- Yeah, you start putting that pink blowhole girl on there again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Birdo. How do you call her
Birdo.
the pink blowhole?
By the way, really quick, it came out that Asha pulled the Halo trailer from the PlayStation State of Play, and apparently Sony is so fucking mad that the relationship is damaged. It's like, who gives a fuck?
Oh, get
gives
the
a
fuck
shit?
out of here.
Hey,
Who gives a shit?
fucking Sony pulled Ghost of Yotai from PC, which I was looking forward to playing at
Yeah,
the
they pull all their
last second.
PC shit.
You don't
Yeah.
see Gabe Newell be like, "Well, you know, I'm pissed off at so." He don't care. He's like,
doesn't
fuck
give a
them. They're
fuck.
fucking stupid.
He's still making dollars. It doesn't matter. that
Maybe
That's the
Sony
thing
will
with
compete
Xbox.
now because they're pissed.
Xbox got to stop trying to please Sony, and certainly got to stop trying to please their fan base. Fuck
Yeah.
that's exactly what it is, and that's
That's
why
what
I like.
I never understood that about Phil Spencer. Okay, IGN would talk so much shit about Xbox, he would just keep sending them shit or giving them interviews. It's like, bro, fuck them, just cut them off.
Yeah. Why are you giving them exclusives when they're fucking shitting on you and the brand anyway? It's like, and obviously, yeah, it's due to his decisions, but holy shit, man, read the fucking room. Like, that's the problem. Is, you know, this whole thing, like Asha has a head on her shoulders, and like I said with the Halo
Chrono,
thing,
you should get into them. They're good. And Gears Z-Day will be a good starting point. Go ahead.
yeah, no, like I said, between Halo, Gears, and Fable, like we're in a good spot. But yeah, I just think that with Halo, this is it, man. You gotta. Even Asha said the first game she ever played on Xbox was Halo, so I feel
Peter?
like she was probably just like,
Peter, she did get fired. Her name was Sarah Bond. There you go.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, and then they put out the trailer captured on PS5 Pro. They still let that slide, which is kind of nuts. But
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's the thing. I know some of this stuff is just like because the deal.
Hey, man, Tim is holding out hope that they're going to rug pull those games. Can you imagine?
Which Perry actually said that, like a few months ago too. I think you were saying like, oh, they could do it. It's been done before, and it's like it's true.
It's
like,
been they've canceled ports for not Microsoft, but I mean,
oh, it'll get review bombed for sure. Then,
hey, that's fine.
Yeah, right.
But but you know what though? It'll be a taste for the next games that aren't going to be on PlayStation. Where Halo 2 is out. Yeah, you know what? I have to go to Xbox and go get
Halo
that.
2
You know what I mean?
Unreal 5. Oh my goodness.
remember they used to do that with PC. They would put they put Halo 1 and then Halo 2 didn't come for like so long.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
that was
Everyone
Peter
just buy
Moore.
Xbox.
Peter Moore put the brakes on that shit. Peter Moore was like, you know what? We're not going to put Gears 2 on PC. They got to go out and buy a 360. We're not going to put Halo 3 on PC. They got to go out and buy a 360. He was the guy that put the brakes on the PC shit.
Yeah, but that was smart for them to do that.
It was because it sold consoles. Yeah. And you got the PC guys. Listen, Xbox has always been hand in hand with PC because it is a fucking PC from the beginning. But you had the PC crowd go, I need that shit. We could still LAN party with it like we LAN party on the PC. Let's just do it. That's why Xbox was so fucking close with PC because it basically is the same fucking thing. It's beautiful. Yeah. But there was a limitation to it. You knew that was a box that just did PC-like things. But it was good because those guys could still LAN party. They could buy Xboxes and still LAN party with their fucking monitors and all that horse shit and all that. It was good. It was a good fucking marriage. But Peter Moore put the brakes on that shit.
Yeah.
He said, you got to buy the hardware. Sorry. And it worked. You didn't see people go online and say, fuck Peter Moore, I'm going to PlayStation and all that. Everyone's like, holy shit, I got to go get one of these things before they sell out. And you know what?
Right now.
I worked at Best Buy and we were selling out those fucking machines. You know how many Elites we sold? We sold a lot of stuff, man. 360 was always going. Every fucking week we were selling them like crazy. Even with the red ring. These fucking people on the internet, and then the red rings happened and Microsoft never recovered. It's like, you weren't there. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, revisionist history bullshit.
Yeah, the red rings happened. Big fucking deal, buddy. Guess what people did? They came to Best Buy and bought another one while they sent theirs off to be fixed. And then
I had multiple friends.
And then people would say, well, I'm going to hold on to it when I get it back just in case this one breaks.
Yes.
People didn't go.
People that
go, ooh, I got the red ring. Give me a PS3. Ooh. Then the tide. I saw this thing about a year ago. The tide turned and everyone bought a PS3. I was like, what? When the fuck did that happen? That never happened. The tide turned when Sony dropped the goddamn price to $299, and that's when people started saying, you know what? I might want a cheap Blu-ray player. Let me buy the PS3. It's fucking revisionist history. And they act like the yellow light of death never fucking took place on the PS3.
Yeah, or the dead Blu-ray drives, all that bullshit.
Right. They want to act like the PS3 was just a nice little guy sitting in a corner. No, fuck that.
Mm-hmm.
It
We
was the
were all there
expensive
for that.
guy, the most expensive guy sitting in the corner who couldn't even keep it serviced.
We were
was being
selling out of
hacked.
360s like crazy. Okay, nobody was looking at PS3 when I worked there.
Yeah,
Anyway.
it's
Like
Where are we
you
on,
said,
Halo?
it was when they dropped the price, like 2012. I was working 2013. That's when people started buying PS3.
Yeah, well,
I was there for that. I was working.
anyway, Modern Warfare 4 I think looks pretty good. I'm going to probably pick that up this year.
Yeah, that's you know how it works. I game share that with my dad, so we're getting it anyway. So, on PlayStation though, I will be getting it on PlayStation. 'cause
Yeah,
that's where he
you know
plays,
what? I'm
so.
going to be getting a lot of these on PlayStation because I have the Pro. So what the fuck did I buy it for? You know?
Same.
Yeah, well,
Um,
that's the thing. Yeah, for sure.
And if GTA is
agree.
60 FPS, I'm playing on PlayStation. Sorry. I mean, I'll double dip and get it on Xbox at some point, but
Yeah,
you know,
we
it is
play
what it
everything,
is.
So we spent the most money on a lot of these machines. Like, I think, like you said, it's the latest hardware. So, yeah, like Halo will probably run better on this version of Halo. Will probably run better on the PS5 Pro from a
will.
hardware standpoint.
Unfortunately, it will.
Run. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I know that.
And that's, you know what? Xbox needs to fucking utilize their own hardware. So we could say, you know what? We're just going to play it on Xbox. I mean, Noof is going to play it on there anyway. It doesn't matter. To him, it doesn't matter. But for us, the tech heads that have the TVs and shit, optimize your fucking hardware, man. Like, just do it. And I hope they do for this game. It looks pretty damn good. But again, they're probably showing us the PC version in the trailers and shit. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I hope not. But
well,
you know
once
how
we
they
play it
roll.
on the Series X and kind of give it a run and actually see how it's moving, I think, I think that will be all telling.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's see. Whatever it is, I'll be double dipping either way. I want to buy it on Steam. I don't even want to buy it on the, if I buy it digital on Xbox, it comes with the Windows version anyway. But I think I'm going to pick it up on Steam Gears. This way I have it there as well. But I'll be buying it for sure. I already have it pre-ordered physically on disc. So you got my money right there. So,
yeah.
And I'm sure, our buddy who was doing the show with us live, if he gets an Xbox this year, he'll be picking up Gears for sure on disc. I'll probably have to order that for him too. All right. What's the next topic?
Just really quick. Also Spyro at the Xbox showcase.
Yeah, and is that exclusive or did they show that for? I mean, it's not announced as exclusive, but did they show the logo?
It's on everything. They showed Switch 2, PS5, everything.
Oh, Noof got dropped. I didn't even see he got dropped. Well, you could come back in, or if you want to dip out for the night, it's up to you, Noof. You can come back in if you want. All you have to do is just jump in. So for Spyro,
it was just a cutscene, but what it looked like, but it looked good.
But you're getting a new Spyro, you know what I mean? Whereas people have been waiting.
Yeah.
We thought they were dead. We were like, oh, we're never going to see Spyro and Crash again.
Discord's not working. What you should do, Noof, is just close out of Discord completely. Give it a few minutes and then open it again. See if it finishes updating. It might be doing an update. If not, then don't worry about it. You can just hang out in the chat if you want. But thank you for coming. If you come back, that's cool. But thank you anyway. Even if you can't come back, thanks for being on. Yeah, I mean, it's good that Toys for Bob is doing another Spyro. It looks like it runs at 60 FPS, so I'm happy with that. They never patched the other games to run at 60, which is abysmal. They should have. Anyway.
People are already putting, they're saying you should add Fat Spyro as like a costume.
Yeah, you know what? Mod. They might. Chunky. It was called Chunky Spyro, the PC mod. They should add him. And you said that the original voice actor, who is SpongeBob, is going to be returning.
Yep, Tom Kenny, he's coming back, so it's set to be a really good game.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think we said that they need to do this, and they did it. And I think Crash 5 could happen now if this does good. And I'm really stoked on it so far. So it was a very short preview, but I'm happy we got it just to say, hey, we got Toys for Bob back where they need to be.
All right, Noof, no problem, man. If you want, I could just sit in the chat. But thank you for being on tonight, Noof. Appreciate it, buddy.
Thanks,
Uh,
Noof.
Thanks, Noof. We appreciate
Seamus
it.
is stoked for Crazy Taxi World Tour. I think we all are. That game looks
Yes.
fantastic. They got the
But there's
Offspring back.
controversy.
Huh?
Apparently, it's using AI assets, and the fans are pissed.
Oh my fucking god!
The
AI.
Sega fans will not let this go. They literally are hating on this. They're like, it's AI slop. It's
I hate
this,
to
it's
break it to
that."
everybody, but every fucking video game known to man is AI.
Yeah.
What do you think programs the games? Humans program the computer, the artificial intelligence of the computer into the game.
The Uzi 9mm.
But you guys got to admit, when you heard Offspring, were you just like pumped? Because I was
Well,
so
yeah,
stoked again.
that's
I was
cool,
like,
man. I was surprised. I mean, I heard the rumors, so I was like, oh, but like I was surprised they actually got the music rights back.
So
'cause-
Noof said, see you all on Sunday at 10 a.m. for Crazy About Gaming. That's his show on his channel, Noof Nukem. Click his name, go to his channel and subscribe, and he'll be ready every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern.
Hell
And
yeah.
on Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern will be Halo Infinite Community Game Night. I'll try to be there for Halo. I'm sure I'm not going to be too busy on Sunday, so let me see. I'll jump in Halo Infinite. It's always fun to go back. And you know what? That might be the last time we fucking play Halo Infinite, and thank the fuck Christ, because that Slip Space engine sucks big fat ones.
I mean, you don't gotta wait much longer. That's
No.
why when they gave the release date for Halo, I was like, all right, cool. Because they said summer, but it was like, okay, is
They
it
should have
August? Is
fucking
it-
released it that day.
That would
We could have been
awesome.
playing
Yeah.
that on Sunday, Community Game Night.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, that would have been awesome. But I'll take it. Month and some change. That ain't too bad. Yeah, it's I can't wait.
So yeah, Crazy Taxi looks good.
Yeah, it looks good. I mean, I guess that I don't know if they used AI for the backgrounds or whatever. I don't fucking know.
Who
I could care
cares
less.
at this fucking
Crazy
point?
Taxi, dude.
Listen to me. We can't do shit because of AI, so you know what? If we can enjoy it in a video game, let's just fucking do it.
Yeah. I'm just happy it's back. Whatever they got to do to bring it back, well,
Yeah.
do it. I don't care. I'll play it. That's a day one for me, obviously. I mean, it's
Yeah.
Crazy Taxi. All right. So we pretty much covered the Xbox thing. You could go back and watch our live reaction anyway. Let's
Yeah,
move
'cause-
on to the
We gave our thoughts on
Nintendo.
that thoroughly. Oh yeah, Nintendo. Of course, we knew that they were going to have something happening this week.
Well,
and,
speaking of Nintendo chicken nuggets.
Chicken Nintenders.
Yeah.
yeah,
You got them
Okay.
Nintendo tapes?
So, do you have Q-Bird on NES? So all right, we watched this with Noof.
Hey,
Uh,
Noof, do you have Q-Bert for the NES?
He kept saying that. I was dying.
Is Q-Bert available, Noof? I forgot what I even said about Q-Bert to him. Who did I say it to? Was it Noof?
Yes. I don't know why you said Q-Bert, but you had me dying laughing.
what did you
Most
say?
random-
Oh, I said that on his show, didn't I?
You were saying something about, weren't you like Phil Spencer wants to play Q-Bert? It was something like that. I don't remember.
I said that on Crazy About Gaming, I think.
You,
You-
want to play Q-Bert?
You have to understand, I took Dreadpool and his entire family to the airport at like 5:30 in the morning. I literally got home 10 minutes before you guys went live. And
Yeah, you
Noof,
beat me in
Noof
there.
invited us at like 1 o'clock in the fucking morning the night before. And I was like, there's no way I'm going to make it. So I told Frank, I was like, you just take over. Like, you do it. And I'll listen on the way back. Maybe I could call in on the drive back. Bro, I fucking made it home. Okay. I beat all that fucking traffic. I got back up here. 10 minutes to spare. I jumped on the computer and joined you guys live. That was crazy.
You're delusional talking about Q-Bert.
Well, I did it just to fuck with everybody. Like, Noof, do you have Q-Bert? Is there a room for Q-Bert?
It's so stupid, but it's so funny.
Noof,
Anyway,
did
all
you
right.
play Q-Bert? You know why? My wife had a Q-Bert tray. Like, that you eat your food on.
Yeah.
She had a Qbert tray when she was a kid. So that's why I just brought up Qbert randomly, because I was thinking of that stupid tray.
You know, like tomorrow they're gonna announce like a Qbert collection, and I'm just gonna literally fall on the
Qbert
floor.
versus Bubsy, and he kills him.
He would suck him up in his little snout.
The Snorks versus Qbert. I don't know.
Oh, Chrono just asked, what about Bubsy? You gotta ask Wicked Hot for that. I don't know about that.
You know what I say about Bubsy? Go fuck himself. Bubsy sucked 30 years ago. He sucks today.
Let's see. All right. So this direct, it was like an hour long, and most of it was crap. It's good if you like Fire Emblem and Xenoblade. Which I told you guys, my friend put 900 hours into Xenoblade. He's already playing the like new edition. He's nuts. Anyway,
Don't
I
you
think the
play
big
Qbert?
Can you play Qbert with me?
How many hours is he having Qbert?
I can't. So stupid. The highlights from the Nintendo thing were the Star Fox demo, which that game is godly, and everyone needs to go play it right now. The demo. That comes out the 25th. So this month. So buy it. It's worth it. We got a demo for Kingdom Hearts, and all the Kingdom Hearts games are coming to Switch. They announced Kingdom Hearts 4, which is insane. And then the big news, which we already heard, was Ocarina of Time Remake coming this year. So the showcase as a whole was mediocre, but the announcements, the last couple announcements, made it like really good, in my opinion.
So then they had the Star Fox, and then they said, "Oh, there's a demo out today." So you're looking at that demo right now. You do training, and then you play the second level.
Barry's just playing streaming.
What?
I think Anthony's going crazy.
Are you?
No, I'm not. Well, you were announced.
He's so excited about Code Veronica. You can't stop laughing.
Oh my god. Every time you would say what they show, Perry was playing this like screaming sound.
Oh, I didn't even know that because I'm not listening. I'm just talking to you guys. I thought you fell asleep or something. Whatever.
It's Yoda
It's a-
screaming.
You can go to Noob's channel and watch us react live to that anyway, but it's not that exciting.
No, but
I can't hear anything. I don't know.
I only heard it because I stepped away for a second, so I had it on my phone, and I just heard that. Like I was like, "What the fuck is that?" It scared the shit out of me.
And Ocarina of Time has realistic graphics. And that, dude, I literally cannot believe this. People are complaining. They're like, "Well, it's not cartoony." It's like, you've been trying to get a realistic Zelda.
You don't even know what the
100
fuck it looks
years.
like. You just saw a goddamn trailer.
You can't. Nintendo fans are the most toxic fans ever.
Well,
You
because it's
cannot
like,
win.
are you really going to just like, I don't know, like you haven't actually seen the full thing. You just saw him just sleeping in a rock or some shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
And they're like, we already had a remake, and somebody put it the best way I ever heard. The remake was on 3DS. It was a 3-inch screen 10 years ago. Like, you guys are nuts. Like, people are just literally insane.
yeah, what the fuck? Like, dude, fans actually want this. Like,
Yeah, we do. Badly.
Yeah, and I don't want to be hunched over, cracking my fucking neck playing a game. You know what I mean? I want to sit down and play it on my console and play it on my TV. Especially a game like
4K.
Ocarina of Time, where it's a long fucking game. It's not like a short game at all. You're putting time into that. I don't even know how I'm going to do that. I did that when I was, 13? How old was I? 15?
97.
Was it 97 or 98? Because it kept getting delayed.
Let me see.
And make sure you
Ocarina.
find the American release date, not the Japanese release date. Like freaking Milkman the other day in the chat.
November 23rd, 1998. So you were approximately 15 years old.
Okay. And I could actually stay up all night and play games. Now I'm 43 and I don't know how I'm going to get this thing to work.
Yeah. And plus, we have nice controllers now for the Switch too. Like, I want to just play that on TV, enjoy it. So, but that was pretty much the Nintendo Direct. I can't even think of anything else that was like noteworthy besides that stuff. So,
That's what Ocarina of Time should look like. Yeah, I agree.
wasn't there something else? Oh, they announced Pokopia DLC, but that's not that exciting.
Shout out to Hockey Fan. You know, we didn't talk too much about him either, but met this guy. I've been doing YouTube for 20 years this month, and he has been with me, just like Anthony and Nick and all these guys, since day one. So shout out to him.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah, no, they were
And
awesome.
his beautiful Goldberg tattoo on his arm.
Hockey Fan was so chill. Like, I loved hanging. Literally, like, I know we've been saying this a lot, but it's literally just like you've known these people forever. Like, I was just
Yeah.
hanging out with them, talking to them, and it's like it's just like,
Everyone, we didn't even play games. You know what I mean? Like everyone was just
No.
so happy to catch up and talk. We had no arguments, no fighting, none of that shit. Everyone was just cool, and it was great. It was fantastic.
Oh yeah, that was the best part, is just kind of like shooting the shit. But it was like, because we kind of like always see everyone in the chat, it's kind of just like, yeah, picking up where shit left off or something like that. It just kind of felt like just a continued conversation, because we'd always like catch up in the chat, but now it's like we're in person, so it just kind of worked out. But yeah, no, everyone was awesome, and it was great to meet everybody, and just everyone that actually took the time and made the trip out. It was cool, because a lot of people were driving and coming flying in, and so yeah, definitely shout out to Hockey.
Yeah, and hopefully next time he comes up, me and him could talk a little bit more, because I was doing a bunch of shit.
Oh yeah, no,
And-
it's all he knew that he knew that you were busy and
Yeah,
stuff too. It's
so I mean,
everyone,
that's the whole
there
thing.
was
with-
so much other stuff going on. Everyone was always there was always something to do or someone to talk to. So
right.
it was good that we had the outside and the inside set up. I was getting my ass kicked in Mortal Kombat, so me and Mario had a good time playing that, and then I was helping Mario with Resident Evil, so that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it wasn't that. I never even knew he didn't even fucking beat it. But
he was into it though. When because I could tell he kept
Oh,
playing. I'm like, he's not stopping. Like he's gonna keep playing.
yeah,
So-
and he, we beat Operation Raccoon City together on 360 online. Like we did that run online together, me and Mario. So that was a fun ass game when me and him were playing on there. But no, he's a Resident Evil guy. Like we both got
Yeah.
into it at the same exact time.
No, that's cool. Yeah, it's a big deal for him to be playing something like RE9, which kind of goes.
And we
back to-
fucking spoiled it, because I was like, you know what? I gotta be here when he sees the RPD. Like, we just gotta fucking load up my save and do it. Because I can't not see his reaction. So
yeah, I mean that was
great.
that was funny, but yeah, I was constantly summoned to help. It was funny, so I'd have to run in and be like, all right, what's going on, and then I would go and just show up, because some of the stuff does take a while when it's the first time playing. Like obviously when you play it a million times, you know where all the fuses are.
Well, it's funny because when you
cursor.
left, he was playing the game, and Tiny Giant was in there, Dreadpool's daughter.
Yeah.
And I hear explosions, screaming, and I just hear the kid laughing. And I'm like,
Yeah,
what the hell is
Tiny
going
Giant
on in there?
was into it. It was funny. Tiny Giant kept coming out to find me to pull the RE team together. We basically would go in and I'd have to help Mario with stuff. So that was funny, seeing everyone get into it, because it's like, if you've never seen a Resident Evil game before, that's a hell of a game to see for the first time, and you're like, what the hell? And this is monster bitch chasing you, and all this shit. You're like, what the hell's going on? So there's a lot of crazy shit, but it was fun to see someone play it for the first time, like Mario, because like he was kind of like, I like seeing what he was doing, his approach, and he liked the first person a little bit better, so that's what he was playing in. But from what we're hearing, Code Veronica is not going to be first person.
Code
It's
Veronica
apparently
was
third
announced as Veronica, Resident Evil Veronica.
on
and-
Friday, actually. Once I got there, of course,
Yeah, because that's
they
how it
announced
works
it.
with you.
But yeah, Veronica is the title. They dropped the code. I think they wanted
Resident
it to,
Evil, Veronica.
I think they wanted to feel, because it's funny, because if you think about it, it shows like the V at first. So at first I was like,
Yeah, it looks like
RE5?
RE5. They
Yeah,
did.
but it,
They
but it
did
didn't
that shit
look
on
like
purpose
RE5.
so that people would fucking freak out when the Veronica showed up on the screen. That's
Yeah,
why they did that.
Yeah, and they just said that they just dropped the code because they wanted this to feel like more like it's a mainline which it is still a mainline game. It was always intended to be that way. It's just
Right.
not a number title, but yeah, we were excited. Perry caught on to it first, and then when I saw the hair and the door open and it looked like the Chronic Hair floor, I was like, okay, yeah, this seems to be somewhat an RE
I got it
engine
because
title.
the lady goes, "Oh, you're the sister of the young man, of the nice man that was staying here," and I'm like, "That's got to be Claire in Europe looking for Chris."
Yeah, that was a great catch, and
Right.
and
And
then
this is
you
before
see,
she gets captured, which at the end of the trailer you see Hunk grab her from behind. So yeah, I mean, when Code Veronica starts on Dreamcast, she's already in the facility is trying to escape, and
she's getting chased down by the helicopter and shit. Yeah,
right,
it's crazy.
but we never saw what happened before that, and this is what they're showing you, the beginning of that, which is fucking awesome, man. I like when they do this stuff. They go back and they try to weave it back together, and I think that's great.
Well,
And-
it makes sense, because if she would look where her brother stayed, that would be the first place you would look, is his apartment, to see if he left anything behind, or the hotel, whatever it is.
Right.
And it's like that. I like that. And yeah, we might actually imagine playing that intro where you got to run from the helicopter and shit. That'd
I'm
be
sure
fucking
you're gonna
nuts.
play it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what's cool about it, is that it's
Phil
gonna,
Spencer won't be
this is-
playing it because it's too scary for him.
Yeah, no, he won't be playing it.
He feared for his life from Resident
He
Evil
couldn't
and
even
CM
play,
Punk.
yeah, he couldn't even play RE7. But yeah, that's the thing. I think they need to focus on that, kind of reworking stuff that they couldn't do before because of the technology and stuff. And it looks great, man. More stuff came out today from a press release. There was a private event, of course, and nobody was invited besides the insiders and stuff. And they confirmed that it is only in third person. It is not in first person. So
Well,
even
what
though
about the ending? Because the ending, when you shoot the rocket, it's in first person.
they might do something different with that, I don't know. But it seems like the producers are pretty much saying third person only, which is interesting. And they also said that a lot of the stuff apparently is like, there's promotional footage that they're using, so it's not all in game. It's kind of like just little bits. So it seems like because if you notice, Claire's face looks different when Hunk grabs her than it does like in the other shots of the game. So I like, we kind of looked at that when we were breaking stuff down, and I was like, I don't know, that looks like a different like Claire design than the one that they just showed in the same trailer. So I think there's there's not a demo per se that people are playing. It's not like RE9 last year where people were playing a demo the next week after they showed RE9. But I
This
think
game's
that this
still a ways out, right? 2027.
2027. Now, if it's first quarter 2027, then you'll probably be seeing it come out between January and March, probably. Which, again, it's always like when they like to try to put stuff out before the first quarter of the year. So that is like every single Resident Evil has been coming out between like January and March for like a while now. So that's usually what they are going to aim for. I'm excited. I think fans are excited. I think this will sell way more than the original. It's going to be exposed to a lot more people. I think,
What's up, Venge? What's going on?
what's up, Venge? I think Wesker is going to be in it a lot more, and I think that Chris is going to actually be able to fight Wesker like in game. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of cool stuff that I think it was just a long time coming. And from what we're hearing, 0 and 1 is next, and they're trying to do stuff annually. So I think the next few years are going to be pretty busy, in a good way. And
Thank God they're doing one again.
yeah, they got 3. I mean, they got this 0 and 1 to remake that are still in that fixed camera angle, old school perspective for its old games. So like, if you really think about it, after that, then it's just like, okay, you remake 5 or you remake 6 if they did something like that again. But yeah, it looks good. Still in RE engine, so we're not at the Rex engine yet, so that's still yet to be seen. I don't know when they're going to make that jump, because it's probably something they're still trying to work around. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's going to be a PS6 and Helix going forward. Yeah, that's what the zombie sounded like at the end of the trailer.
I got a zombie on screen right here.
Oh shit, I see that. Holy shit.
That's the Sony guys
that's what
when
Claire's
they
called,
saw
yeah,
that Gears
sure.
was exclusive to Xbox.
Oh, that's funny.
I think that's a Mad Ball. I don't know what this is.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, it's a mad ball.
They sold them in Best Buy in the fucking toy aisle when they added toys in
We
Best Buy.
sold. I used to buy them when I was like 3 years old.
When they re-put them out like a few years ago, or they like...
You know, I
whatever
have
it
a
was.
Freddy and Jason Mad Ball from like 10 years ago, and I got those at Best Buy.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. They didn't always sell like toys like that at Best Buy or like things like that, but then they for some reason did for like a little bit. It
Yeah.
was like the princess things and like it was all like weird stuff. It was just like random shit. It was like horror toys, and then it was like dollhouse stuff for kids, and it was like just random shit. It's like, what the fuck? That was before they, sold other stuff.
That thing scares Phil Spencer. It's too scary.
It's scary.
He doesn't buy scary toys. Yeah, yeah.
It's too scary. Can't have it on there.
Well, he should go work for Nintendo then.
Was there anything else that you guys saw at Summer Games Fest that was like...
He probably
that
thinks
got you
Metroid
excited?
is too scary.
Yeah.
Was there what?
Final
No,
Fantasy.
I was gonna say, Final Fantasy looked good, but like there wasn't a lot of stuff at Summer Game Fest. We thought we were getting GTA, and they didn't give it to Keighley. Now, granted, does Rockstar really need Keighley's show? No, they really don't.
No.
But
Does
at
Gilbert
the same
need
time-
Keighley?
but at the same time, like, when are we gonna get those pre-orders?
Probably Friday.
End of this month, right? Like, it's got to be soon.
Friday.
I always say
Well, they
Friday.
said summer. They said summer.
You know
is
what's
the
gonna
promotion,
happen?
right?
Tomorrow morning they're gonna go up after we do the stupid show.
Yeah, now that we said it, yeah. That's how it works. It's either that or Anthony goes away and the devs come out to play. I don't know. It's always some weird shit.
Anthony goes to hell. Yeah, well.
El Nini, what's up in the chat?
What's going on, El Nini?
Oh, man.
What?
But yeah, I don't know if there's anything else at Summer Game Fest. Obviously, Final Fantasy looks fine.
I literally, they showed it at the first thing, Resident Evil, and I was happy, and that was it. Now, you know what I'm pissed about, Anthony, at the Switch Direct? They didn't show any Resident Evil 4 remake, 3 remake, 2 remake.
I know.
What the
I was
hell?
thinking about that.
But they
'cause I
showed
was watching
fucking
that.
Dragon's Dogma and Devil May Cry. So what the hell?
Yeah, they have to come out this year. I mean, like, just announce them for the fall or something. I don't know. Like, it's so stupid because you're putting, and also we forgot to mention, yeah, Veronica is coming to Switch 2, which is great, but we need 2 remake, 3 remake, and 4 remake natively on the Switch 2. We
And
just need it.
Dragon's
Just put it
Dogma
out.
runs at, I'm sorry. I think it was Devil May Cry runs at 4K 120 on the fucking Switch 2. So if that can
Yeah.
run like that, RE fucking 4 remake and RE2 and RE3 remake can run like that.
Just call it the, remake collection or the whatever, just call it something and put it out. Cause they like to put out the 3 packs. They did 7, 8, and 9. And they could do the same thing here. Just do 2, 3, 4.
You
Yeah.
know it's coming with the way Capcom's supporting the system. Like, it's gonna
Yes.
happen.
Yeah.
And like you
and
said, they'll probably put out that stupid box set again, and that'll be the end of it.
yeah, that's I mean, they got my money. It's already sold. So because just to have those games like on that machine, yeah,
Cool.
man, I'm ready for that. And just say fuck it, man. It's the 30th year. Just put the shit out. Just do everything. Oh
And you'll have
man,
almost every Resident Evil game on the Switch too.
the OG
It would be,
thumbnail
right?
is back. Carlos is in the chat. What's up, Carlos? It was good seeing you this past
Shout out to
weekend as
Carlos
well.
Cruz. What a great guy. He was there again. It was
Appreciate
great
you,
seeing
man.
him.
Always good to see him. And
Very lean this time.
yeah, he's looking a little jacked.
He's jacked and lean. He looked like a different
guys,
person.
He said, "Let's go Knicks."
Yeah, they won. They won by 1 point, and they got one more game before they win. And if they lose, Yoda's going to be screaming at courtside.
Chrono says, "I thought this face was the moon from Majora's Mask at first." Laughing my ass off.
Look at the, Anthony knows
yeah,
exactly who this guy is.
Barry's got the OG angry man on the screen.
Yeah, I know that guy.
Only the OGs know who this guy is.
Well, when I do the hello, welcome to GameCube, that's who I'm trying to sound like. The way this guy
Yeah,
looks.
yeah.
Remember the one with the guy grabbing the fucking kid's collar?
Grabbing the kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But I always envisioned it like he grabs the kid's collar and that's the face he's making at him. Like that's what's funny.
No, he's gonna beat the shit out of him.
My goodness.
But yeah, I don't know if we wanted to bring up anything else from the events, because we already talked about State of Play at the last week because that happened before Wednesday, I think, or no, we didn't do a show Wednesday. I don't know. State of Play happened too.
It was Tuesday, and then we did it that night, so we did talk about it.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. Yeah, I think overall Xbox had the best showcase.
Yes, they did.
Top off the weekend. Again, it was great, seeing everybody and hanging out, and that was kind of even bigger than the announcements in many ways because that was such a cool thing to be able to see everybody.
Oh hell yeah!
It just made it better when you see a brand kind of get saved there. So, yeah, it worked out. I also, yeah, I hurt my thumb playing Mortal Kombat, so that was a thing. So yeah, don't use Striker unless, well, don't use Striker. Use Striker on everything else other than Shao Kahn, and then that's it. I don't know.
Fucking Striker.
I got him with Scorpion, but it wasn't easy. But I eventually got it.
It was a good time.
And what are the other topics, Frank?
That was it. We went down the list.
We did the Xbox showcase, the Tender showcase.
Yeah, we didn't do all the showcases from top to bottom because it's like we can't remember 50 fucking games. We're not going to cover every stupid game. A lot of those games we aren't going to play anyway. So the Sony one, Wolverine looked pretty good, right? And I don't know what else did they show at Sony real quick.
Wolverine. I think the God of War thing went on way too long.
Oh yeah, fuck that game.
Yeah, it was 20 minutes. Yeah,
I'm not into that game. You know what I mean? It's just it doesn't appeal to me. You know what I mean? It's too much of the fucking same. And now it's a prequel to the first game. It's like, what do we? Not the first. It's a prequel to 2018. It's like well, it's not a prequel, but it like takes place while it's the other game's taking place.
Yeah, it's during it or whatever.
And it's like, what? Who cares? Like, really, this is what you come up with?
Yeah, like I don't want to see this over Twisted Metal, over SOCOM, over shit that should be announced. And like I said, I liked Until Dawn 2. I thought that looked great.
Yep.
Obviously Wolverine looked great.
Rayman.
Rayman, great. You know, like I said, I know we talked about this on the last show because it was Tuesday night when we recorded it, but I just think that Sony probably, if I had to put it in an order, I'd say Xbox, maybe Summer Games Fest because of Code Veronica, and then Sony's. Like I think Sony came dead last here.
Yeah.
It's just like, man, like that was all you had to show us 20 minutes of that shit. Like that's what you came up with.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like that was a momentum killer. They started off pretty like strong. Like they tried to just say, okay, we're gonna do Wolverine from the jump, and
Wolverine looks great, but that's
that
pretty
looks
much all they
amazing.
got.
Yeah, like that looks great. And even I said, I was like, I don't know if I'll buy it day one. Then I saw that gameplay, and I was like, yeah, I might have to get this day one, for sure. So yeah, I definitely stood corrected for that one. But
And we got the Onimusha demo at the Sony thing, so that was
that
pretty
was
good.
good. That was good. We got a Jurassic Park game that isn't Jurassic Park. It's called The Lost
Yeah.
Wild. We thought it was Jurassic Park Survive. That looks interesting. Like Perry said, Onimusha looks awesome. The Ace Combat 8 looks fucking nuts too.
Yeah, it looks
There's
good.
a guy getting shot in the face and stuff. I was like, what is happening? This is some crazy shit. The trailer for Ill looked interesting. Again, some of these are third party, but I
Yeah.
just think that like it's still a 6 out of 10 because you really use the last, this is the longest state of play yet. And it's because they made time for. So if you cut out God of War, it's still, let me see the timestamps. If you cut out God of War after Until Dawn 2, it would have ended. So it would have been like 49 minutes.
Right.
And it went on for an hour and 17 minutes. Like, that's an hour and 17 minutes, like, too long. Like, I just think that for, something that would have been your E3 or for E3 time of the year, that, these are all replacing E3 basically because everything's live streamed now.
Yeah.
This has to have pack a bigger punch. And it didn't do it. It really didn't do it for me. So yeah. But still 6 out of 10. Look, if you like God of War, cool, play it, whatever. But for me, 6 out of 10. Until Dawn 2, Wolverine, Rayman, obviously. Some of these are third party, like I said. Tomb Raider looks good as well. But we already knew that. But they just showed more of Tomb Raider, so that did look good as well. But yeah.
There's a lot of stuff coming out though.
A lot
I
of
got
stuff coming out.
on my
Yeah, if
list.
there's one thing that we could say after now that all these are in the rear view, is fall is expensive. And I don't even know where to begin.
Yep. Can be crazy.
I saw that guy in front of my face.
Isn't it sad that Phil Spencer can't go into his own mansion?
Spencer
You can't
Mansion,
even,
that's
you can't
right.
even enter.
Cubert. Cubert. There's Cubert in the mansion, Phil.
Why does Peppy sound like Cletus? If anyone plays the Star Fox demo, just pretend Peppy's Cletus and you're gonna die laughing.
I like how the music, it's the same music, they just remixed it.
Yeah.
Usually when they make these games, they just fuck with the music.
The game is so smooth and it performs so good on the Switch. Like, it's insane.
Yeah.
Can't believe, and I saw, that's another one. We were just talking about demos. So many people are like, we didn't need this remake. Now all the people, whoa, my mind has been changed. It's like, yeah, we told you.
You don't fuck with Star Fox 64, man. That's the best game.
And now this will get people into it so they can make more Star Fox games again. There's a method to the madness here.
Yeah.
Well, Cubert.
Well, Hubert.
What the hell is the file? Oh, here it is.
I hope someone calls the shop and goes, "Do you guys have Qbert in stock?"
Do you have Qbert in stock, Noof? Hello, do you have Qbert for Xbox Series X? I can't find it in Game Pass.
Is Qbert even on like the current consoles?
Yeah, he's got to be, right?
I'm looking right now. Qbert PS5. Oh, Qbert rebooted. Not available for purchase.
He was rebooted,
that-
all right.
Hey, this is weird. Okay, so you can't buy that, but there's a bundle with Qbert and Fluster Cluck, and it's $12.99. That's the only way you can get it digital.
Oh.
Qbert rebooted. You have to buy that bundle.
Phil, do you have Qbert on Game Pass?
Qbert on Xbox.
Is Qbert backwards compatible, Phil?
Wait a minute. There's a game called Cubebert. Cube space
No way.
BERT.
Oh
It's
my.
free on Xbox. And it looks like the worst thing I've ever seen
Oh
in my
shit!
entire life.
It's DG version of Qbert.
He's like pink and he has no snout. Like, all right, I'm gonna see you guys a
Oh.
picture of Cubebert. Why do they let this on the store? Fuck, now you can. Is even gonna let you share it? Oh my
But not for me.
Qbert is in hell. Qbert goes to hell.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
I sent you a picture of Cubebert.
Oh, that's so
He's-
dumb. It's the same shit.
Oh my god.
That's Cubebert.
That's not
He's
even
not even a-
DG Mart. That's
He's
like
not even a cube.
DG.
He's circular. Well, just remember, Anthony, Phil, you could actually, you know what you should do, Anthony? You should make a fucking 12-minute video talking about Tim Dog's tweet about Phil being scared of Resident Evil. That would be fucking funny.
That would be funny.
And you would
actually.
make a shit ton of money doing it. Is Phil Spencer scared of Resident Evil? Well, let's find out. Here's a tweet from someone who talked to the man himself, and he finds Resident Evil too scary.
Too
Oh,
scary.
man.
Why is Qbert delisted though? Like you cannot buy this game anymore.
Yeah,
What have we done?
Phil was too scared of him. That's why.
No, he's too scary.
He scares me. I had to get rid of him. Please, please. The bar across was cool. It's nice to have a drink with you guys. Well, I didn't drink. I didn't even know you guys went drinking, but you guys all went over there. And you were drinking, causing trouble.
Yeah, we went into the bar of many.
I heard Dreadpool was breakdancing in front of the bar, and they told him to come in, and they gave him free food and shit. I don't know what the hell happened.
He like floated across the street somehow. I don't know how he did it.
It's
but
the
he
beard.
levitated, and then the guy.
Imagine if
who I guess-
Dreadpool, his body floats up in the sky, and his beard walks across the street.
That's what it looked like. It happened like that, and we weren't even inside yet.
I
I'm not
just
even
turned
kidding.
around.
Is
He was
Dreadpool a
laying in the
genie?
street.
He was like holding himself up in the street in the crosswalk. He was like, it was funny. And then, yeah, we went in there, and it was obviously like loud as the band was playing. But the guy who was singing in the band was just giggling at Dreadpool as he was coming in because he was watching him go across the street. He was just like, he's just like laughing. I was like, what the fuck? And the ice cream was the ice cream.
Yeah, that's my other store.
Yeah. That was definitely refreshing because it was hot.
Yeah, well,
Definitely was
it was
hot
hot fucking
after,
today
setting all
too.
that
It was
stuff up.
crazy out.
Yeah, like we had some rain, and then we also had a double rainbow today as well. There we got rain, and it was like sunshine over here,
Yeah.
and that was the second double rainbow I saw within a week. I'm like, damn, what's happening? But yeah, that was a fun little side quest. That was just a side quest that just happened, and then we just we came back within the hour. We thought Back from the Dead was stuck in the bathroom. We couldn't find him, and then he was just outside.
We literally waited for him for 15 minutes thinking he was in the bathroom.
He was just outside. Oh man.
Oh, such a good weekend though. I can't wait till next year. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Son of a
Everybody
bitch,
again.
King.
Maybe we could all play Cubert.
We could all play Cubert split screen.
Good old Cubert.
But yeah, that was it was just a solid week overall. Very busy. I'm definitely still tired from just the crazy because I had to come back and immediately do stuff for Veronica and stuff, all the shit that I missed. So it's definitely been crazy. But it's definitely the biggest week in, like gaming announcements in a long time. So yeah, if you're a fan of, any of these companies, you probably got some good stuff to talk about and look forward to. So I did not check out the Star Fox demo though. So I mean to check that out.
You need to.
I have it pre-ordered though,
Oh,
so it's
good.
coming this month. But because I pre-ordered it on Amazon, I'll probably get punished.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. If it arrives, it arrives. I don't care if it's for Star Fox. Like I'm not like I need to play it day one, but I like to at least get it and like try it if I do it.
I pre-ordered it too on Amazon because it was $10.
Does it come out next
cheaper.
week?
No, 25th.
Wait, okay, end of the month. Okay.
But try the demo. It's really, really good.
Yeah,
You'll like
I think I also got the $10 off thing on Amazon. I'm pretty sure. Who are you? Put it up.
Yep.
But it still says June 25th. So it says.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I'll be getting it for the shop and physically, and then I will. I'll be getting it digital, so no big deal.
Worth it. Well, checking the Twitter, see if anything else popped up.
Any questions before we run? We got something else up. Oh yeah, we had to set up the tent. That's right. Oh no, he means we got to set something else up. Yeah, we'll probably get together again, probably at the end of the year or something. At the end of the summer, and we'll figure something out for like a weekend, just a couple of days, not like Friday, Saturday, or something.
Yeah, Carlos, you're not that far, so we'll let you know if we're gonna do something.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
This next time we'll just. I mean, it's going to be a short crowd anyway. We'll just play the games outside and relax. It was really fucking nice. It rained on Saturday for a little bit, so we didn't really do much outside. But the rest of the weekend, the rest of the week, I mean, for a lot of the guys, it was fucking nice out, man. It was nice out tonight. It was nice out last night. The weather's just been really good.
Yeah.
It's been
Even
hot.
the day, even Saturday when it rained at night, it was like everyone can still go outside, and it wasn't like because everything was covered, nothing really got wet inside the tent.
Yeah.
Everything stayed under there, and so
I like that
we
tent,
didn't have any
man.
problems.
Eating out there in the tent was fucking awesome with the tables. Kept all the
that
bugs out.
That was
and
really
everything.
good. It was definitely a pain in the ass to set up, like 3 days in a row. But like, what are you gonna do? You can't leave it up,
Yeah,
But like,
I mean,
because we had people help us, it helped out. There was, I think it was Saturday. It was just me, Hockey, and his girlfriend trying to set it up, and I was just like, we set it up, but it took forever, and I was like, we need more hands. Like the next day, and we had
Dude,
people help us every single time.
the
but it was a
first
lot.
people to set up the tent was Back and Dread, and they set it up in like 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, well, they're also tall.
Yeah,
so
they were tall
it helped.
guys, so
Me and Hockey are like, all right, I think we can go. Like we're like just trying to reach and shit. So, but yeah, it worked out. But yeah, it definitely helps when you have people that just like, okay, let's just set it up. You have multiple hands, and it wasn't bad. And because, like you said, the payoff is that you can eat in there and you stay dry, and then you also have shade. I mean, that's the biggest thing because it was really hot. If you didn't have that, there's no way you're standing outside, all hours of the day.
yeah. Let's see. Y'all awesome. I'm down, says Carlos. Yeah, hell yeah, man. You come back, Carlos, whenever the hell you want. You're always invited. We'll let you know. We're definitely gonna do something in the summer, so we'll figure something out. Chris versus Wesker versus Claire versus Alexa. Yeah, breaking news. Chris and Claire win.
Yeah, they make it out alive.
Awesome show. Seeing all the cases and hanging out. Hell yeah. Now I don't know what's gonna happen with the Xbox show. I only do the show whenever like Tim wants to do the show. But last week yesterday the Knicks were on, so I wasn't gonna be like, or Monday the Knicks were on, so I wasn't gonna be like, hey, you got to do the show. Like whenever he wants to do it, like it's up to him, and then we'll jump on. But check out Tim Dog Spaces on Twitter. He's Xbox Tim Dog. He keeps changing his name, which is fine. But yeah, check him out there. And if we ever do the show again, we will let you know. But I think we'll be able to do that show a little bit more because there's going to be a lot of good fucking news with Xbox. I just have a feeling so.
Yeah, there's good stuff coming down the pipe for them.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's going to be it. So, guys, have a good one. Take care. Stay safe. And I'll catch all of you later.
Sounds good,
Bye.
guys.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Good night.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye. Oh! All right. See you later. Peace.